is.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, hustlers? Are you sick and tired of normal insurance? Why don't you get hyper insurance?
I'm going to join a secret insurance club. The members don't talk about it, so neither can you.
God.
That's just a look.
Alright, so, do you guys at all remember what happened 4,500 years ago? The last
We
time we
were
played?
about to just fight people, I believe, up north. Just kill some bitches, have a good time.
I think that is sort of vaguely correct.
And we got verbally accosted by an inn owner, so we tried to find a new inn. Remember that?
Yep, that definitely happened.
We kept our moral high ground, and then went hungry and cold, so...
Yeah, all I have written down is guy from the Trout Anchor Inn is a flaming racist.
Stone the crows.
And then I think Gehenna met up with Dag Olhauser, I think. And some lady was Angel of Deathing, some shit.
Would you like me to recap you on what happened?
Absolutely.
I would, because I have a feeling I wasn't here last time.
You were.
I was.
You
Okay.
were,
Okay.
I think. Or maybe you weren't.
So,
No,
there
actually,
was
I think
one
you're right.
reason
I think
that
you
I
weren't.
Yeah.
I do believe you're correct. Right, okay, so, the passage of time had rolled forward, and we are now a week after the events of the Spittlefeld Flophouse. Not Slophouse, that's...
Slophouse
Slophouse
sounds
and Slophouse are
horrendous.
two very
That's
different
not
things.
Oh no.
stream off to a great start.
If I was in the 11th century Britain, that is so clearly my whole house name. Just the slop house.
Slophouse. So the good doctor that Lucian has taken a shine to. He seems
Meredith
to take
Grey.
a Meredith
I see
Grey,
that.
yes.
Meredith died.
Has yet to regain consciousness, but the priests at the Temple of Shalia are convinced that they have stopped her from turning into a vampire. But she's still...
What about the dwarf? Is he going to turn into a vampire? We're going to have a vampire dwarf.
Don't know.
Okay.
Should check an old name.
You could have a look, but you're not in the right city, so good
No.
luck. Lucian got to chatting with some of the priests there, and one of them mentioned like a fourth-hand rumor that they heard about curing corruption, which can be done through acts of penance for a god.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
And through some digging, discovered that the High Matriarch of the Temple of Shalia in Salzenmund is always looking for willing individuals who will fight the good fight for the goddess of mercy. Seeing as Shalia don't actually have a military branch of their religion, they need soldiers and adventurers to take up the cause for them.
Right.
So you all journey out there. At the same time, Gehenna has been approached by a representative of the man, asking if she could make a trip to Salzenmund to contact an associate of his in regards to a somewhat illicit business venture that he is running out of the city. And she is told to meet with an individual by the name of Dag Olhauser at an inn called the Leaping Frog.
Alright.
So
Right.
you travel up to Salzenmund. It takes you another week, by which time I think Alex Wolfgang's leg has healed, so you are no longer slowed by an injury.
Excellent. That's
You
exciting to hear.
Yeah, you initially make your way to the Temple of Shalia, where you eventually meet the High Matriarch. She's a very no-nonsense, fast-paced woman, and she is somewhat zealous in her want to crush and root out all of the followers and disciples of Nurgle in the Empire, but particularly in and around Nordland, because that is the sort of jurisdiction that she is in charge of. She has sort of a network of agents and spies and whatnot, and one of them has informed her that there has been a series of mysterious deaths in the town of Beekerhoven, which is south of Salzmund, relating to a mysterious robed woman. And she's asked you to go and investigate this further. You then went to go and try to find a place to sleep. As mentioned, you had a somewhat racist innkeeper at the first place. He's not racist, he just hates everyone equally, is his excuse.
So that's the cash prize ever racist.
Yes, I know.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Let's see.
You then go to the Leaping Frog, where Johanna meets Dag Olhauser, and he tasks her with a task of rooting out who has smuggled in a Chaos tome in with his most recent shipment of illicit wares, because he may be a smuggler, but he's a moral smuggler. He won't smuggle blasphemous tomes.
Good.
And finally, you end up finding lodgings at the Honest Burger. The following day, the party all split up to go and find some further information about various different pieces of whatnot. Hiker goes to the Grand Orrery and speaks with the Magister, who is very unhelpful. She then speaks with the Den Father at the Temple of Ulrich. They hit it off quite well, and he tells her that there's some suspicious goings on at the Plutz residence, and that there is a certain pit fighter at the Steinhafen pits who is doing far too well, and that also deserves looking into. And then the other guys went to the University of Salzenmund, but couldn't get past the gatekeeper,
Wanker.
because he kept insisting you had to pay an entrance fee if you wanted to go to the university.
Piece of shit.
And then you went to the Temple of Verena, but the priest there also didn't really impart any further tidbits of wisdom on you. Which is, you know, ironic considering Temple of Verena. So that's where we are. So the party is around. So Hiker is currently down at the Temple of Sigmar down here, and the rest of you are up at the Temple of Verena, which is all the way up here.
I would probably be at the Temple of Sigmar as well.
You mean the Temple of Ulrich? Sorry.
Oh, no, gross. I'd be at the Temple of Verena.
Yep.
Never mind. Ulrich's yucky.
Yeah, don't want to hang around with those smelly wolf boys. Gross.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do?
Well. So, we've already met up with Dag, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he gave us leads, or did he not give us leads?
So he said that well, he's not giving you leads for the initial job that you were sent there for, which is to help the Temple of Shalia. But he has had a mysterious Chaos book show up in order that he's shipped in, and he wants to find out A, who's ordered it, and B, who got it into his shipment in the first place.
Right.
Okay. So we have 2 jobs, effectively.
3.
We have 3 jobs, effectively. Angel of Death, Chaos Book,
Big murder.
Big
and
Murder.
Big Murder. Yep.
Okay.
Intriguing.
Chaos Book.
Although
I mean, I'm very
currently-
pro getting rid of Chaos Book.
Yeah. So currently, only Hiker knows about the Steinhafen pits storyline,
Yeah.
because she hasn't met up with the rest of you guys yet to pass that on.
Yeah.
The Angel of Death's happening to the south, which means we basically just have Big Moida
Let's
until we
just
meet
kill
up with.
as much baddies as we can up north, right? That's big murder.
Sorry, what was that?
Big Murder is just killing a bunch of chaos up north, is that correct?
No, so Big Murder is there is a pit fighter who is doing concerningly well.
Ah. And it's not the champion.
It's not the champion. The champion is way back
Yeah.
in your storied past.
He would just be doing well.
He would just be doing well, exactly.
Wouldn't be concerning.
The champion only ever does well.
It'd be more concerning if he wasn't doing well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be more concerned if he wasn't referring to himself in the third person.
Well, if we don't know anything about the Chaos book in the library that Hiker's on, I'm just looking at the notes from last time as well.
If you want, I will link this in the chatette.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we
That
go.
sweet chat. Hey.
Flophouse.
Maybe we should pay a visit to this certain pit fighter at the Steinhafen pits. But I guess Hiker's the only one that knows.
Yeah, so Hiker's the only one who knows those last two bits of information at this point
Yeah.
in time.
I guess I'll just poke around for rumors around. God, the Angel of Death. I really want to know what's going on with this Angel of Death. I want to poke around for more rumors about this Angel of Death, to be honest.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's poke the angel.
Yeah, just, maybe go to a little tav or something and be like, you heard about this Angel of Death, Lassie?
Alright, well, you're currently up here at the Temple of Verena, so the nearest tavern is the Trout and Anchor.
Ah.
I probably want to help look for this, like, research on the book, if that's something needs doing, or is that not what we need to do with it?
Well, the guys attempted that last time, and
Okay.
were kind of rebuffed at every point, but now that you're here,
Yeah.
Sucked so much.
you could definitely give it a red hot go. Where the others
Sure.
failed, you might succeed.
Wait, can
Very
you
nice.
read?
Yeah, absolutely, I can read.
Holy shit! Yeah, let's do
I've been
that.
able to read. I've been able to read the whole time, but
Don't
also
need to
I've changed career to a priest in the minute,
Yeah.
from warrior priest while my knee heals,
Oh.
and also gone a little bit more bookish. Like he's gone. Oh, maybe I should be a little bit less,
Wacky
little
stick.
bit less like full on. Still a bit full on. Can still use warhammers and shit, but
Yeah.
Rowdy.
yeah. So yeah, sure. I can assist maybe.
Hell yeah. Okay, maybe let's pursue that.
Alright, well, you are currently, as I said, you're at the Temple of Verena presently. You could do some more digging there, or you could try out. You could try your hand at getting back into the University of Salzenmund, but that might be fraught with danger.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Maybe to-
there's a number of other temples around that you could go and speak to some of the priests there. I'm sure some of them will have information that could help you.
Hey, you're a church-faring man. Surely you'd be able to weasel your way into a church somewhere.
I'm confident I would.
Oh, let's go hit up the churches. It'll be like a pub crawl, but with faith.
Can't wait.
Let's do it. Let's
I'm
do the
down
faith
with
crawl.
Alright, well, may as well make an attempt to go to the Temple of Shalia again, see if you can't get some more information. And just across the road from there is the Salzenmund Hospice, which is, well, it's a hospital, so you might find some information there as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to clarify, because I am very confident I was not here last session.
Yes. Yeah.
What are we looking for? Like, I know you explained it a bit, but I'm a little bit out of it. in
So,
terms of where we're at.
what you're hunting for
Yeah.
is information as to who could have possibly wanted this book smuggled into the city,
Okay.
and who could have arranged that to happen.
Okay. And what sort of knowledge is there of, Nurgle et al. Specifically, and what sort of evidence would I be looking for?
The Shalians definitely know about
Yes.
Nurgle.
Yeah.
You could probably nose around the hospice. Some people there might know something about it, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
The other temples, the priests would know about the 4 major chaos
Of
powers.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
We're on a pub call to go see some priests. I'll come with you.
yep.
I'll tally along.
All right. So,
Let's do it.
are you making your way to the hospice first, or the Temple of Shalia?
Temple of Shalia.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the Temple of Shalia. Let me get my notes about said Temple of Shalia.
Sweet, delicious temples. Nothing
Oh,
has
I'm-
ever gone wrong in a temple. Never.
At least not that you're aware of.
Yeah. I mean, in this universe, nothing's gone wrong. Ever.
That's it.
Somewhere I will find the there we go, Temple of Shalia. Right. So you make your way to the temple. As a refresher for you guys and as a catch up for Alex, when you walk into the sort of main courtyard of the temple, it's you sort of come through an archway, and you've got 3 distinct buildings on the other faces of this sort of court in the center. Directly ahead of you is the temple proper. To the left of you appears to be some sort of infirmary, and to the right of you appears to be some sort of cloisters. There is also in the center of the courtyard a plinth where a statue should be, but the statue has been removed.
Okay.
And when the
That's
party tried to ask questions about it, they were quickly told to not ask questions.
It pissed us off so much we didn't play for 2 months.
Yeah.
If I remember right, was this the place that asked us for an entrance fee?
University.
No, that's the university.
Oh, the university.
That guard's going to get what's coming to him, that's for sure.
Bastards.
Yeah, I think some things on my character sheet are not accurate. I think I have a lot of gold left when I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. I can't remember.
How about that? You have to actually open your character sheet. That's really good.
I think we had put you down as having. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't have any gold unless you've spent it all.
Yeah, well, I think I did.
Because, yeah. Looking at your.
Yeah, no, I think I did actually because I did the legs, the plate stuff and things.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way into the courtyard, and a young priest wanders over and says, "Ah, you're back. Is there anything I can do to assist you?"
Brother, sister,
Brother.
I am Wolfgang Vigmar, the Blessed. I am a priest of Sigmar, and I am traveling with these other companions who I believe you have met before.
Indeed.
I wish to ask some more. We've been sent here by the Shalian Temple in the place we've come from. And
yeah. Middenheim.
is it Middenheim?
It was Middenheim,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and so Middenheim and Middenland is the town. Yeah, yes, in Middenheim. To investigate the corruption and cults of corruption and such. And I just wish to ask a few more questions, and perhaps have a look in your library and do some research.
Indeed. We don't have a large collection of tomes here. Your best chance for finding a collection of histories and lore will be either at the Temple of Verena or at the University of Salzenmund. I do believe that the Temple of Manan Resplendent also has a large library that you could potentially look into.
That is good to know, but of course you are the ones who deal so much with corruption of the body and the spirit and healing it. And so perhaps, is there a more senior clergyman here who could assist me?
Indeed. I shall go and fetch the High Matriarch.
Thank you.
Some elite. Can I speak
That's
to
right.
the manager?
I just religious speak to the manager, Tim, yeah.
I could go higher. Just give me God. Get
Come
me
on,
down
Could
here.
I trouble you to get Shalia? Just
get her down here.
just get her on down here, right? I'm not going to leave until you get her down here, right? You better sort this out.
Alright, so a couple of minutes pass, and then the High Matriarch arrives. She is... Right, okay, so the High Matriarch comes bustling out, running at... you can see that she's like dictating instructions to a sort of a trailing procession of priests and attendants.
Yeah.
You do this, and you send a runner off to such and such, and she finally stops in front of you and says, "Ah, you're back. Have you solved the issue down in Biegerhofen already?"
We have not, I'm afraid, sister. I am Wolfgang Wigmar. I have not had the chance to meet you properly yet, but my companions have discussed this with me a little. I am a priest of Sigmar and have some knowledge and some experience in fighting corruption and chaos, as do my companions, but I just wished if you had any more insight that I might glean from your wisdom.
Make a average charm test.
Awesome.
Strong start.
Awesome.
Great. Yep.
Do you have any fortune that you would like to spend?
No,
No.
don't have any. Don't have any fates. I don't have any fortune.
Cool.
You haven't given me any back yet.
She is going to pop a sneaky willpower test just to see if she is fine. Cool. I mean,
Oh!
it's not much better, but it is still better.
Nice.
So she says, well, I mean, what more is there to say than what I have already told you? There is a mysterious robed figure, we believe a woman, in the town of Biekerhofen who is visiting the sick and feeble. When she ministers to them, the following day they awake as if all of their ails have been cured. And then 2, maybe 3 days pass, and those who have been treated and ministered by this mysterious woman drop dead with no apparent cause.
Thank you for your time. That is very insightful.
Not at all. Now, if there is nothing else, I do have quite a bit to attend to.
Of course, sister, mother, please.
Can I butt in and ask, hey, has anyone actually investigated the bodies?
She looks at you with a look that could wither a full-grown, in-bloom rose.
I toast with my flask at her.
And then she continues on her way. She doesn't even speak a word to you, she just
Oh,
continues on her
fuck.
way.
Brutal. Alright, something tells me they may have already looked at the bodies. Alright.
I'm going to imagine they haven't did looked at the bodies. It seemed
Fair
on
enough,
these
then.
people's kind of job description.
Aye. Alright.
The priest who initially you spoke with and ran off to go and find the matriarch sort of caught the tail end of that and sort of says to you, we do actually have a local chapter house of the Temple of Shalia in Biekerhofen. I would recommend speaking with the priestess there. She will probably be your best port of call in that town.
What was the name of the town again?
Biekerhofen. I realise I misspelt it in the notes. It should be with a V, not an F.
Right.
Although it should still sound like an F. So you know,
You love Warhammer.
you've got to love Germanic naming conventions. And he then sort of just nods to you and rushes off to do the High Matriarch's bidding as she starts calling after him.
Well, that sounds like a good place to start.
Truly.
Or do we wish to spend more time in these libraries that were mentioned, like Manan or the university?
The university's a tough case to crack. Depends how malleable, I guess, you feel today.
I'll leave it to you since you're the faith boy.
Captain Faith Boy.
Captain Faith.
Well, I think searching the library might be useful first to just prepare a bit more in case we do come up against this, you know, witch type character.
Yeah, okay. I'm not one for reading though. So
Or perhaps I could go and join Hiker somewhere, and the two of us could read. Where is Hiker?
well, that is an excellent question. I'm not entirely sure myself.
When
Should we try and find Hiker? And then we can research, and you two can do what you two do.
I go to like hold up a finger and then just go, hey, that actually might be a good idea. Hey,
You
let's
can
go
find you can find other things.
Alright, let's go have a look for it.
Sounds good to me.
So,
Now-
when you last spoke to her, she said she was going in the direction of the Grand Orrery, which you can clearly see from where you are. It towers above basically every other structure in
It's
Salzenmund.
large, yeah.
31, the big one. It is 31, the big one.
Yeah, as I said, it towers above basically everything on the map. So,
So ostentatious.
Alright, I'd like to head towards the Grand Orrery.
marvelous. Well, you make your way to the Grand Orrery. And I will delete those and open up the other one, which has the orrery itself. And just to be fun, I'll now add it to everyone's journals so you get to see what it looks like. It's an exciting time.
Very cool.
So,
Jesus
you make your way to the orrery. It is a massive structure that, as I said, towers over the district. The only building that comes close to it in size is the Temple of Ulrich, which is just across the way from it.
It's the way. Yep.
And obviously the Castle Salzenmund, but that's a given.
Yeah.
And it's also up on a hill inside the city, so it's even taller. You make your way inside the orrery, and you are greeted very icily by a Magister of the Celestial Order. looks at you and says, "Hello. What are you doing here?"
Hello,
Greetings.
hello there. Looking,
I am Brother Wolfgang Wigmar of the Temple of Sigma, Order of the Silver Hammer, and I am here. We are trying to find our sister and friend Heike Schwartz. She is of the Grey Order.
Oh, yes, her. Yes, I saw her earlier this morning. She was rather rude, if you ask me.
hey, that's the one.
Sounds about right. It's hearing after a while, honestly.
Please forgive my companions, but we have travelled a long way in a very short space of time, and we are have concerning things to look into. But thank you for your time. Do you know which direction she went this morning?
Make for me an easy charm test. I'm gonna say that this guy has taken a shine to you a bit.
Yeah, he has.
I will be right there.
Sure.
Watch me lob this one. Bang! There we go. It's better.
Very nice.
It's not like it.
I
I'm an
will
easy.
do a fellowship test here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. They definitely think that you're quite charming.
Excellent.
And I suppose Azir and Sigmar would be closely intertwined. I would feel the Order of Azir and the Temple of Sigmar.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, in the AOS lore, he's the god of Azir.
One and the same. Yeah. Just heavens and such. Yeah.
So, says, well, Brother Wigmar, I did not see her leave, but when I was further up in the orrery, I did happen to glance at the temple of Ulrich across the way and notice her speaking with one of their ruffian priests.
Very well. I understand they are ruffians, aren't they?
Indeed. Not civilized like the Order of Sigmar,
No.
or
rather not.
the Celestial Order ourselves.
And of course, when one wanders in the heavens, one is at peace with the divine.
Well said, brother. Well said indeed. Sigmar praise thee.
And also with you, and I'll chuck the gang signs at him,
Flash some gang signs. Glorious.
flash them with some hammers. And
He will respond,
Hammers and
but
signals.
not with a Sigmarite gang signs, but it's
No.
it's like the sign of the Celestial Order,
Mhm.
which you will not recognize, but I will
No,
make a
no,
note that you have seen it now,
Okay.
because that might be useful later.
Sure.
So I guess you make your way across to the Temple of Ulrich.
I think so. Unless
Cool.
anyone else has gone anywhere else.
Do I think they'd let me through the doors? So I'm down to follow.
Hey. Lead on, priest.
Alright. Well, you make your way to the Temple of Ulrich. Now,
Make sure, have we got our weapons?
yes, you do.
Okay, good.
They don't outlaw it like midnight.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
This city is very much a like it's a big city, but it's very much like a frontiers town. So pretty much
I thought-
everyone goes around armed.
Yeah, well, the Nordlanders don't fuck
Stables,
around,
yeah.
so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so that's that. Okay, so you make your way to the Temple of Ulrich. No, I have opened the wrong one. This one here. Temple of Ulrich is quite large and built out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
When you step inside its sort of main entrance, you are ignoring the stair that runs around the circumference that leads up to the upper levels. You are immediately thought of, you immediately think of a sort of for lack of a better term, like a Viking long hall, that type
Mhm.
of vibe. Like
Yep.
the big central fire pit, and there are bench seats sort of set around
Hey.
it, and
You're finally awake. Yeah.
kinda, yeah. you wouldn't be far wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to think of the Citadel in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach,
Yeah.
you'd be pretty much on the money.
Yeah.
So when you walk in there, the first thing that happens is a Ulrican priest spots you, Wolfgang, and says, "What is a brother of Sigmar doing in the temple of the Wolf Lord?"
I kind of look at him and sort of try and match his aggression and sort of angst a bit, and say, I am seeking our friend and companion, and whatever hiker of the Grey Order, who was seen here talking with someone. And I'll have you know that I am good friends with High Priest, blah blah blah, from Middenheim. I'm just trying to find my notes.
Yeah, tall. I'll hold up like my hand as high as it goes.
So yeah, Wolfgang has met a couple of...
Ulrich and Brother Bengt.
Yes, you've met
And
brother.
I use the name, and I use one of the Ulrican sayings.
Yes, marvelous. That does set him back a step for sure.
Mhm.
He's like, you appear to be learned of our ways, Sigmarite. And if the priests down in Middenheim care for you, then I suppose you've the right to be here as much as these other two.
Well said, but it is right to challenge me.
The woman you speak is currently in conversations with our den father on the 3rd level.
We don't wish to intrude with any rudeness, but we are of the same. We are on the same quest as a group, and whether you might be able to bring us to them, so that we could continue the discussions as a group.
I can do that. And he slowly, well, I say slowly, he releases the hold he had on the haft of his axe, which slides back into his belt loop.
Mhm.
And he gestures to the staircase and says, "Follow me, if you will."
Hey.
All right.
So he leads you up the stairs. Have we got Steve yet? We do not have Steve yet. Alright. Well, I will play hiker for the time being.
Sorry. Yeah.
Alright, so you make your way up the stairs, up to the 3rd level,
Mhm.
and you find hiker deep in conversation with the den father.
Mhm.
Now, let me get my notes about the den father. Right. He goes by the name of Holger Blatzmir,
Mhm.
and despite being a somewhat elderly man in his mid-60s, he has not lost any of his physique or height. He's still a big man, well over 6 foot tall and burly.
Yep.
He's got a big bushy beard. He's currently in deep conversation with hiker, and as you approach, he says something rather dry that causes her to laugh. He looks up and says, "Ah, young wolf cub, what have you brought me? It looks like I've got here a Sigmarite, a Dowie, and you must be a Nordlander by your skin."
I am well spotted. Do we have any gang signs for the Nordlanders?
Not for Nordlanders, no.
Racist?
We're in
Racist
Northern, right?
term he just called me?
No,
Is that
technically, Dowie is the Khazalid word for dwarf.
A well-cultured man, I see. Alright.
We're in Nordland, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Salzenmund is the capital of Nordland.
that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. Well met, Den Father. And thank you for the hospitality of your hall. We are companions of Hiker, the one you're speaking to here.
Aye,
And on the same mind and of the same quest.
she has made mention of you. Please, have a seat. Would you care for some mead? I know it is early in the day, but such talk requires, I find, the lubrication of a good drink.
Of course, as it should be in the north.
Absolutely agree.
I 100% am there with you, good father. Alright, come on, bring it!
I will bring out one of my bottles of fancy wine for the occasion.
Whew, look out. Okay, roll for me, please. A fellowship test, but with plus 10.
Just straight fellowship plus.
Straight fellowship, but yeah, plus 10. Oh, that is so close.
No, technically one because I didn't roll with plus 10.
Yeah, no, that's quite right. It only did plus 1. That is weird. Why is it only done plus 1?
I think I clicked.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't put in the cell. I put in the other thing.
Yeah, okay. So technically that would have been a pass because your base is 39, so it would have been a
42 out of 40.
49 rather
Zero,
than...
zero success levels, but
Yeah, so still a pass. Cool, okay. He takes a quick look at it and goes, not exactly the drink of choice, but he looks at it and holds it up and was like, it's a good vintage though. We'll drink mead first, but this might be broached later.
Gets to the bottom of the mead, then we know it's a long evening in the beginning.
So he pours you each mead from a pewter. A pewter? No, that's not the right word. Pewter is the metal it's made from. A pitcher. Thank you. And I'll get you all to make average consume alcohol tests.
Yeah, baby. This is what I was born to do.
Good.
What can I
Good.
say? What can I say?
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
What's your toughness bonus, Alex?
large.
I thought as much.
It is. Oh, the bonus is only 4 at the moment, actually.
Okay, that's... yeah. You need to fail 4 times before you're actually drunk, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's it,
If you can just keep a note of how many times you fail if you
Sure.
imbibe more
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
Actually, I might do a roll for Hiker as well.
It's gonna get torched.
Completely shit-knuckled. Consume alcohol. Cool. Okay, she's also failed. Marvelous. Alright.
Outstanding.
So, he says, right, well, I was telling Heike here about 2 bits of information that she said that you would find interesting. The first is in relation to this Chaos Tome that you have heard rumour of. She wouldn't give me more information than that. He sort of fixes Heike with a long stare.
Does Hiker just literally go?
The hiker
Correct.
just blinks slowly, and that's kind of it. I have heard tell through my own group of informants that there is something suspicious going on at the Plutz residence.
Look,
Plutz.
And we already kind of knew that something was happening there.
You knew that from the notes that I have written, but you as
Yeah.
as party members did not know that
Oh,
yet.
yeah, true. May I inquire who these Plutz fellows are? I drink
They
some
were I guess on the border between wealthy merchant and minor nobles.
the worst kind.
They I think they actually bought a patent of nobility several generations back. They're technically the von Plutzes, but everyone just refers to them as the Plutzes. Yeah, so probably 10, maybe 15 years back, the patriarch of the family, whose name escapes me at this point in time, died under somewhat mysterious circumstances, and the rest of the family just sort of disappeared. It's not known if they left the city or if they've just become recluses. The house itself appears to be deserted, but when passers-by go past the house, it is clearly maintained. The gardens are kept. There's no dust on the sign out the front of the house. Occasionally, if you pass by at night, you will see lights on in the windows and figures moving past behind the heavy curtains. So clearly, someone is taking up residence there. Whether or not it's the original residence or if it's someone who is just using an abandoned house, I couldn't say. But could be worth investigating. The Plutzes were known to deal with exotic goods. I wouldn't put it past them to have ordered, if they do still exist, if they do still live there, for them to have ordered some sort of proscribed or profane tome.
Interesting.
Where is this residence? Sorry.
It is in the district. Yes. Sorry, it's in the
Number 10. There it is.
the Moltkplatz.
Multiplatz.
Yes, correct.
Ah, Plutz residence. See.
The other tidbit of information that Hiker has prized out of me is in relation to a certain pit fighter down at the Steinhafen pits. Have you perchance made it down to the pits yet?
Not yet.
You should take the time to check out the pit.
The pit.
No way would I be doing that now, lad. I'll lose my coin. Come on now.
Spill some blood, have some fun.
Alright, well what about this certain pit fighter at the Steinhafen pits at CSA, lad?
Well, there is a let's say old rule in the law that should a pit fighter win 8 consecutive bouts, they will be set free and given a purse from the coffers to set them on their way.
Right.
In the long time that the pits have been open, they were open centuries ago.
Right.
Only 3 fighters have ever successfully won their freedom.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Warhammer. Yep.
But this particular fighter, he is, for lack of a better word, charmed, or maybe blessed is the right word, but certainly not blessed by any god I'd want to be blessed by.
See.
He is violent to the extreme. And if a brother of Ulrich tells you that it is too violent, then it truly is too violent.
Oh,
Oof.
sorry.
Is this bare knuckle fighting or are weapons permitted?
Depends on the fight.
The ones that matter.
The ones that matter
Series of 8.
are bladed weapons. Generally, it's only to first blood. There have been occasions where there'll be fights to the death. They're few and far between these days. More often than not, it's first blood. But deaths do occur still every now and then.
Has this fighter ever pushed it too far and claimed a life as of yet? Or is
Aye,
he
he
going
has.
some form of restraint?
He has indeed claimed a life. In fact, he's claimed 7 so far.
Holy shit.
Right, I see. So that is problematic then.
Particularly if he is, as I suspect he is, blessed by the ruinous powers. Then, or maybe not possessed.
The numbers
Then
become significant.
sorry.
The numbers also become significant.
Indeed,
That
you
is-
you understand.
Hey, so let me get this right. We've got a man who survived 40 bouts, even though he could leave at 8.
No. He has won 7 consecutive bouts.
Oh, I see. My apologies.
If he wins 8, he can buy his freedom.
Right, I see.
But if he is carrying out some profane ritual as
Indeed.
part of the ruinous powers,
And as
which
you,
is,
brother,
by
are aware,
destroying 8 of his poor souls, then it will leave the world in a much worse place.
indeed, you have the right of it, brother.
Would there be much public shame or outcry, I suppose, if he wasn't to make it to his 8th fight?
There certainly would be, but I feel like the public outcry at the death of a popular champion of pits will vastly be preferred to what would happen should he win his last bout.
And time removes all memory, anyway.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Part 1, my slime.
it's good we went to talk to you, so that was good. You were here all along.
The game to you.
Yes, I never left.
That's it.
You've
Exactly.
already given a snide blink, so...
Well done.
Sounds about right.
I think you're going on a date.
That doesn't sound right, unless it's for my personal gain.
Alright. Well then. Perhaps we should head down to the pits and have a look at this old fighter man.
Does sound concerning.
Indeed it does.
It's not a bad idea. I don't believe he's scheduled to fight for another day or so, but it couldn't hurt to go and investigate beforehand.
How far is it, I guess, from where the fighters would stay to where they fight? And are they confined to a place, or allowed to roam?
No, these people are essentially enforced fighters, enforced labour. They reside at the pits in dank cells that are attached to the side of the pit. They're fed gruel and drippings unless they're have benefactors in the city who wish to pay for more expensive fare for them.
The pits that I worked at, I guess, when I first founded this group, they weren't the same. They
No,
were sort
well, you're in a
of
different
more
city
fun.
there, so.
Yeah,
But
they weren't like Spartans. They
No,
were-
and that one was more like the fighters there were like.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Well, no, they would still fight like gladiatorial style against like animals or each other and whatnot, but it was a bit more civilized. They were all paid rather than just being.
Professionals.
They were like
right?
professionals rather than being slaves.
Right.
Hence them buying their freedom if they win eight matches in a row. Yeah.
Well, if this guy gets out, probably not a great thing if he's, you know, in
If he's
this
on the murder path.
Yeah, if he's on the Nangs, we got to get him off them. You know.
Yeah.
That's the first step. And by
And,
off them,
like,
I mean off.
before
them.
he gets one more kill, because that's bad.
Potentially, we
Hey.
can use this leverage of a benefactor, I suppose, and pull him somewhere. Take him out quietly. Look away like nothing happened.
He might already have some kind of foul, profane benefactor.
Then we should probably find out who is supplying this land.
That's him. Maybe. Like, I hardly think he has come to these towers alone. Perhaps these cults are all linked.
It's a good idea. Though I have, it's not beyond the realm of possibility of a desperate slave wanting their freedom by any means. Professing
course.
their allegiance to a Dark Lord isn't, I guess, out of the realm.
Indeed.
They kind of chose a poor number for the amount of matches to win.
Yeah.
They did.
To be fair, only 3 have ever gotten out. So
And as I mentioned, like the fights are only ever really supposed to be to first blood, not to the death.
yeah.
So as far as we know, the other 3 who have succeeded may have only done to first blood with all of them, and therefore they've not.
Yeah.
That's not quite the same as
Decapitations for the first strike.
Yes, or some sort of bodily fluid for some sort of god who likes that sort of thing.
Yeah, I suppose. Bread for the bread rug.
Bread for the baker.
Bread for the bread rug is what I said. But yeah. Or as Steph said to describe Slanesh the other day, feet picks for the feet god.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Where are these pits?
Yeah, let's head.
Is everyone ready to go?
Let's vamos.
I reckon, like, sock tan lines are the same as, like, side boob for people with foot fetish.
What?
That's a statement I've never thought of, but you're probably
Yeah.
not wrong.
yeah, okay. I did not quite expect that to happen this evening, but sure.
That's to be where we take the stream this evening.
Yeah.
Remember,
Watch
you
as
can
I get
like
demonetized.
and subscribe.
That would
I can
that would
starve,
imply
ladies
that I
and
was
gentlemen.
getting money beforehand.
Yeah.
Not demonetizable. Well, it's a
We
genuine discussion topic.
We are a non-sponsored stream, so you know that our takes are the only takes with anything behind them.
That's it.
Jesus.
Oh, horrendous.
No, well, we'll
Alright.
continue from there.
Alright, well, shall we leave the hall and head on over to
Questions of
these pits?
things behind. Yes.
Yes. Marva, so the pits are down here.
I'm going to take some time and put my armor on.
Marvellous.
But also so I can look a bit more serious when we rock up at the pits.
Yeah, that seems sensible.
And show.
So we get a slow montage scene of Wolfgang very slowly strapping on every piece of plate armor.
That's it.
Do you need a hand there, laddie, or is this some kind of, religion thing that you got
No,
going
not
on?
at all. I will need a hand, actually.
Alright, let
You
me
pull
get
on
you.
this strap, I'll pull on this one.
Here we go.
I'm imagining that scene in the Two Towers where Gamling is assisting Theoden and putting his armor on.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking more of a Knight's Tale, personally.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a cross with that and a Knight's Tale. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
lot more
us two-
awkward with you two trying to help dress him.
Yeah, us two useless non-plate armor wearers being like, so why do you have so many straps? Why don't you just wear something comfy?
You're wearing basically like clothes, aren't you? Just pants.
Actually, what am I wearing again? I'm in full leather and a mail shirt. So
Okay.
I'm like one level removed from plate armor. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just normal. Like, this is just what we wear, you know?
Yeah, that's what I had on, and I'm just putting the plate on top.
Yeah, I'm just in leather with a shield. Probably should
I'm-
fix it at some point.
I just give like a cock of my head and I'm like, still, what? Alright, lad, alright. Surely your skin's thick enough to. Whatever, alright, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I believe dear dwarf is making on his god to protect him.
We're going to a pit of battle, or if we have to fight this person who's killed 7 other pit fighters, we're in a desperate situation. I think we need, it's best to be prepared.
A little protection goes a long way.
He makes a good point, I'll give him that.
Hey, fair laddie.
Does anyone by chance have any of these leftover like nightshade or whatever it is you guys used to make like the previous champion sleepy?
Oh, I do.
Whole dose.
It would be a shame if this man was to unfortunately fall asleep and he just happened to fall on his axe when he fell.
I mean, I wasn't there.
I don't.
I'm sure we could procure some. I don't know how we would deliver it, but I'm sure we could get some.
It was just an idea if anyone had anything on them. I could always put it in his gruel. I'm sure it would be hard to differentiate. Anything that would make it taste better.
Worst case,
Perhaps
we'll
we could
just call the
stop
guards.
any risk. We should just, that's it, call the guards, but also we could maybe take him somewhere and deal with him.
Hey.
Pop him on the head.
Yeah.
There is that.
Alright. So, you make your way to the pits.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, so the pits are here for reference. So you make your way down
Where,
to
sorry?
here.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you make your way down to the Steinhafen pits. Let me open up the tab for the pits. Okay, so when you get to the pits, it's a large sort of wooden structure outside. There is a large statue of a previous Graf of Salzenmund, of Nordland, sorry. It's out the front, and there is when you walk in, there's 2 sort of paths you can take to 2 different pits where different fights are occurring at the same time. The pits themselves are open roofed. There's no ceilings, and you've very much your traditional sort of amphitheater. Oh, sorry, not amphitheater. Arena
Colosseum.
type thing, Colosseum type thing, yeah, but made of wood. So as you approach, there is a tall, grizzled lady with one arm at the door. She says, "Are you here to watch a fight?"
Not quite, lassie. Here to have a chat with one of the lads. He seems to have some renown. He's won a few fights recently.
Ah, Susvar the Aisling, eh? That's who you want to speak to.
I just look back at the others and go, aye, I guess so, right? But whereabouts is he?
Oh, he's currently downstairs, waiting for his fight later this day.
refresh my memory. Are we doing this on behalf of anyone? Or are we... What were we investigating again?
So, this particular one, no. The Den Father from the Ulrican Temple mentions to you, because you were asking about chaos-related things.
That's right.
You were researching who would have bought this chaos tome in that Olhauser found in his shipment.
That's right.
He mentioned this as one of the potential leads. It's not necessarily the right one, but it's definitely something.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we only have like 2 leads, don't we? I only got like 2.
yeah,
Isn't
other
something else?
than the one that the High Priestess of Shao Yu gave you, which is in a different town, then that's it.
Okay.
Big murder.
Right, well, let's go have a chat with this lad then, shall we? Just you know, gauge him up.
Of course.
You can talk to him, all right. You can't go down into the pit to speak to him, though. You'd have to talk to him through the bars of his cage above the pit itself.
Alright, that'll
I
be
would-
fine, I guess.
I would prefer to get slightly closer. I am a medicine man myself. I am here to make sure that he is in fighting shape for his final bout, however it may go.
Make
Look,
for me a average charm test.
Can I help with this by saying, hey, we've got a lot of money riding on this, you see.
Oh, okay. And if you're going to do... Yeah, alright. Do you have any advances in charm?
Me?
No. Nick.
I do. I have 10 advances in charm.
Okay,
bringing
in
me up
that
to a total
case-
of 27.
Yes, you can
Respect.
assist. So,
Okay.
it will be... Luke, if you want to roll for me, please, a average charm test with a bonus of +10.
The not target bonus, it's SL, right?
Yes.
What do I do? Oh, hell yeah. That's
Ah, bloody. Nice. That's a good
Oh.
target number.
nice.
Nice.
Alright, let me see if she...
We're literally like back
Killer
to
roll.
back, like arms folded against one another, be like, we've got a lot of money riding on this. I'm a medical man.
She's going to roll...
You want to cook your multi in this day and age.
Oh,
No, okay.
oh, Wenhund.
Alright,
She just tried to shake my hand with the missing arm. That's how into me she is.
yeah. She's like... You got money riding on it, and you are a medical person. All right. Hang on. Before you go in there, I'll get someone to escort you. He's a mite fierce sort of far. He will lash out at any provocation. I'll get.
He has a
I
temper.
think you'll find that myself and the dwarf will be plenty enough strength to keep this fierce warrior at bay. We've
She-
dealt with our own ones plenty enough. Thank you very much.
She looks you up and down and goes,
As I kind of heft my hammer and shield and armor.
I'm sure you do. Still gonna have my boy Nath Myahog give you a hand though.
Athmeog.
She
The more the merrier.
calls over her shoulder and goes, "Oi, Nath, come here." And after a moment, the floor shakes as a massive ogre
Oh, good.
wanders
Hell
up to you,
yes.
and he goes, "What? These here fine folk wish to go and speak with Susfar. Can you accompany them?" And Nath goes, "If the Great War says so." "Well, I says the Great War says so. Go on, off with ya." So Nath sort of shrugs, scratches his head, and leads you into the pit, towards the cage area.
Mm-hmm.
any of you got language Bretonian?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Marvelous.
Nice.
That will be enough. You recognize the sort of iconography on the rather grubby tunic this ogre has got stretched across his paunch. And it is Bretonian, and it's that of the Order of the Grail Knights.
Okay.
Order of the what?
The Grail
The Grail
Knights.
Knight.
The
So
Grail
he's-
Knight.
He's taken a tunic off a Grail Knight and squeezed himself into it. Or wrapped himself in it or something.
Out of character, I'll tell you, this guy is a former man-eater who spent some time as a mercenary in Bretonia and has, as man-eaters are wont to do, has taken on the sort of style of the army that he has been fighting with. So he has been fighting alongside Grail Knights, so he now dresses like a Grail Knight.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
this,
still
is
a
this-
lad.
is this just what we learn as we're heading down to the pit? It's like, so
No,
what do
no.
you do, laddie? He's
Like I
like,
said, this is out of character.
okay, alright.
Just to just for the mental image of an ogre dressed as a sort of a questing Grail Knight.
Oh my god, amazing.
His full name
Don't-
is Nathmyahog the Chivalrous.
Oh,
Amazing.
what a lad.
So I'm gonna say that my character has no idea about ogre culture. All I know is that this ogre's wearing a Bretonian outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets you up to the cage and says, "So far there."
Nath, is it? Is that your name? Nath Mihog?
That's right.
You've clearly seen your way around many a fighter. This Swiftfar. What's he like? What's his style in the pits?
He makes killing look good. He does.
You've had many good kills that look good in your time?
Not as good as this.
Does this man's kills look gooder than any other good kills you've ever seen by other men?
I once saw a group of, and he tries to count on his hands. He gets to 3 and says, 4 ogres take on a giant. One of them got eaten by the giant and eaten his way out of this giant's guts. That was probably the best kill I ever did see.
That is a good kill. Does this man look like his kills are just a bit too good? Too good for a man to do?
It's all the same to the Great Moor.
I rather thought that might be the case.
Good chat.
So he sort of stands off to one side awkwardly because he was told to lead you here, but he now doesn't know what to do. So he's sort of just like standing there.
Right,
awkwardly.
you could go back to your master now. Thank you for leading us here.
Very good. And he makes an attempt at a courtly bow,
Amazing.
like with a flourish and
I will-
everything.
I will graciously incline my head to him as he
I
does.
will also reciprocate.
Just
Excellent.
no, yeah, just a like a little head nod.
I'll just give him a nod.
I am going to say that you have definitely raised in his esteem from that.
I'm gonna also let him know that I like his outfit. Without knowing what it is, just like it.
He gives you a very toothy grin and wanders off the ground, shaking as he disappears back into the crowd.
You guys have all played Witcher 3, right?
No, no.
Not really, no. Actually, I've watched a fair bit of it. Steph play it, but
There's an ogre that just like is told to guard the boats, so he guards the boats by turning the boats into a wall to guard the boats. This is all I can think about.
yeah.
Is this ogre doing the exact same thing? because he's also just wearing like full plate armor that he's gained from someone.
Nice.
He's a funny character, is Nath. So you see Suthvar. He is clearly the two of you who would probably know what this would look like would be Lucian and Hiker. He looks Norscan. For the uninitiated, Norscan is essentially the Viking equivalent of the Warhammer realm.
Yeah.
But they are, I guess, aligned with chaos, if not devoted to
So
chaos.
are they known to be chaosy?
I don't know if they're necessarily chaosy. I think some of them can sort of tend that way. They have their own pagan beliefs, certainly, or uncultured beliefs. But
Yeah.
then some of them can lean towards chaos. Others just have their own bloodthirsty ways.
Sure.
So this man is very tall. Who's the tallest in the party? Probably
Not me.
Wolfgang.
Yeah, probably. I'm like 6 foot.
Yeah.
My mic wasn't working this whole time. That's tragic.
Oh no.
I rolled. Remember we rolled my character? I'm 6'2" apparently.
Oh shit.
I'm
Okay.
a
So
big boy.
he's taller than you by a decent margin.
God damn.
Like he's a
I-
tall man.
Before that, I was bowing as well and said thank you in Bretonian,
Marvelous.
and I also mentioned that the Norscans, from what I believe, they like a lot of them worship chaos, but don't realize that they're worshipping chaos.
Yeah.
Like their own pagan, like you said, pagan beliefs, but it's actually chaos. Anyway, sorry.
No.
So, big man, heavily muscled, lots of various. If you were to imagine a Viking berserker from Vikings, or God of War Ragnarok, you would not be far off.
Yeah.
And he looks at you all and says, "What brings you here today?"
I'm gonna let the war priest handle this one.
Are you?
Must you?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
No war.
What
How are you?
What are we doing here today?
We have a healer here to check if you're in tip-top shape. I mean, we have a lot of money riding on your next bout.
We have heard that is your final fight, is it not today? Depending on how it is to go.
It's in a couple of days.
Thought he said it was later today.
You had mixed information.
Oh.
You will have to decide if it is in fact today or in a couple of days. And he says, "There is nothing to check. I am in perfect fighting condition. Look at me." And he steps right up to the bars, and he's a impressive specimen, for lack of a better term.
Have
Well,
you been
Gonna-
told when your bout is to be, friend?
I
Also
fight when I'm
Bob.
let out of cage. If I'm stuck in cage, I do not fight. They do not tell me these things.
When he comes up to the cage, I'm going to try and read the area with second sight.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
I will say average. Oh,
Wow.
wow!
Good first roll for the...
First roll for the year. Nice.
Oh,
A crit.
nice.
Okay, you are reading the winds, and you have never seen such a strong presence of chaos magic suffused into any one person and have them not already be completely driven insane or mutated beyond belief.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna say, like, upon seeing this, because I like saw it so clearly, I actually start to feel quite sick.
Yes, I would agree. Make for me, please, a endurance test. Average. Cool. Okay, you do not gain any further corruption.
Okay. I'll say I start to, I throw up a bit in my mouth, then I like have to like, if there's a wall behind us, I'll lean back on the wall,
There is
sweating
not,
like
sadly.
profusely. Okay, well then I just like put my hands on my knees.
Yep. Do any of the rest of you see this?
I would imagine.
I don't know.
I would imagine. it
I'm
would
just
be
gonna
obvious
notice if I
he's
do.
on knees.
Because I'm still looking at him, I think, probably just like sizing him up.
Yep. So what was that, Luke?
I feel like I would definitely notice if someone is showing the signs of sickness around
Yeah.
me. Better roll.
I do notice it.
I think you're probably right. Luke, being a healer, you probably would naturally notice if someone looked ill. Yes, cool, you do notice it then. Alex, what do you do with this information?
What's the name of the warrior again?
Suthva the Eastling.
Can I do it one more time, sorry?
Yes, sorry, it is a name and a half, isn't it? Suthva the Eastling.
Suthva, okay, right.
I shall type it in the chat for you.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
East Link?
Please, God, yes.
East
Oh,
Link.
Suthva.
So
We understand many of the fighters here. Some get support from outside. It can be a tough thing to be kept in the cage like this. Would you be open to some support, to some sponsorship, to coming to fight for us once you have completed your final kill? Or do you serve another already?
I have no need for work after this last fight. When I win this last fight, I will be free to do as I will, and I will work his will.
Whose will?
The gods.
I'm gonna like walk back a bit with high calm. Just like, oh, come over here. You're clearly unwell. And just
I'll just be led.
yeah. Is it only radiating from him, or is there anything with him that is also showing signs? Could you tell, or is it too much?
Feel it was very strong. I couldn't look. I couldn't see anything else, but it was overwhelming. I feel like I need to get away from here. This is not good.
It appears not.
So I missed anything to do with chaotic energy. How strong are we
most.
talking?
And these are the gods of
Like-
your people.
I didn't really
Or
get.
you serve
I
another.
haven't shared it with anyone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I am assuming I would have shared the fact that I'm going to do that when I mean, that's what I do every time.
Yeah.
Whether I get a
I
response
sort of
or
assumed.
not.
I assumed that was what you were going to do.
Yeah. But
What was that you were saying, Alex? Sorry.
I just asked him more bluntly, like, is this the gods of your people, or do you serve another?
These are the gods of the fatherland.
And they wish for you to kill one more, so you have killed 8. That is your real goal, is it not? Not just to win the fights, but you must kill them too. Yes.
Death is a necessary evil. Sometimes to get what you want in life, you must take a life.
Is that so, laddie? So, did you have to take their lives to get what you wanted, or was it more of a mutual arrangement with you and your god to have them, take it easy on you, you know? Is your god fellow pulling some strings in the background for you? Is that what's going on?
The gods do not pull strings. They are observers. They grant boons occasionally to those who worship them, but they do not pull strings. They would not fix a match just for their
The true
own
gods do.
edification.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna roll
The
my
true
eyes
gods
and
do
look back.
bless their followers. But the false gods only lie and deceive. They warp and corrupt.
Who says that your god is any different to my god?
My god says so.
This sounds
my
like a
faith
problem with
says
your
so.
god an issue between your god and my god.
And I think it is very much that.
I will rejoin the group.
Do you also not have to kill in your god's name?
I do not kill for my god, but I remove evil. In his name. It is not for the kill, but it is for the good that it does.
But is not the result the same? Is there not another death at your hand?
The result is not the same, because of what it truly means.
I'm sure the person you strike down with that hammer of yours feels differently.
We can find out if you like.
Fucking go.
Is that a
I
challenge?
don't know how to get in the cage. He's in the cage. I
He's
don't know
in
how
the
we
cage,
get at him in the cage, right? Like it's
Is that a
I'm gonna
challenge,
stay.
priest?
I'm gonna stay a little bit like back and start channeling. Oh wait, I need to confirm. Have I learned that spell yet? Did I do that last session?
Yes, you should have done. Hang on, I can check my notes. No, you have not.
Then I will not channel, because that is the only option I have to kill him quickly and hide it. So I will not do that.
I'm gonna turn to Hiker after I'm still baiting him, and just is it true? Is he is he marked?
I will give you a wide-eyed look and nod.
Okay. I thought so, but
And I've realised, as part of my order, I'm almost obligated to try and remove the threat.
yeah. I mean, I'm similarly.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a priest now, I am still also a war priest.
I'm just kinda here being like, alright,
What's going on?
this guy just seems like a bit of an arsehole.
But I'm not sure how it works, like, because I don't really have authority to just kill people. But this
I
is
don't-
also a slave, so we might get away with it.
I don't know how to get in the cage. That's the only thing, right?
Yeah, I
Other than
can't.
the ogre back. The ogre's gonna cause a problem if we let
I-
him get into like.
Is there a door on the cage, or is it like one that opens from the back?
From what you can tell, it's it opens from the top, like it's like almost like a portcullis, so it
it'd
gets
be-
pulled up.
Yeah.
But it is currently it's like counterweighted in, so like there's no way that one individual could pull it up. It requires a team of people to open the gate doors.
A bigger team of people.
Yeah, because I have open lock, but that ain't gonna work.
Not on that.
No, that's not a lock. It's just the wall that's on a winch.
Yeah.
This is when we need a witch hunter. Except the only one we've met has tried to kill us, so...
If you want to
Yeah.
fight, priest, you'll have to come and witness my bout. Maybe afterwards, when I am a free man, you and I can settle this matter.
I don't think so. I don't think you'll ever be a free man. You are a slave, whether you know it or not, and you'll always be a slave. You were a slave when you were born. If you believe in your false gods.
In my heart, I know I am free. I just have to make my way out of this cage.
What's stopping you now? You look like a strong fellow.
This gate is not built for one man to open. This requires the strength of 10 men. And yes, I am strong. I am stronger than one man, maybe stronger than two. But I could not open this gate by myself.
Do we think we could persuade the ogre to help us open the gate?
Doing
Weren't we supposed to be able to go in and like talk to him? Wasn't the point?
No, we could only
No.
get to the gates and then talk him through the thing. Perhaps there's another way, lads.
Perhaps. Well, my friend does not, but I wish you good luck, and we will see you on the other side.
He inclines his head to you and then walks to the back of his cell and stands there sort of glaring at Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm.
Let us depart for now.
Okay. So we'll walk away.
I'm just gonna throw a potion of Boar's Musk at him.
Wow, okay. Feels a bit rude, but sure. Make a ranged throwing weapon attack then.
Do that. Just, no. Is that what? I'll just put it on the. Tip it on the floor in front of him, like in front of the cage. You throw a bottle at him. That seems kind of rude. I'm gonna make his door smell real bad.
Sure, okay. You do so.
Rex kid.
Get wrecked, son.
Gonna be so stinky.
Amazing.
Savage.
Just give him something to think about.
Just like
Little
bomb.
victories.
Just let him know.
Yeah.
We got tricks too.
I was definitely trying to find a stink bomb Parks and Rec gift.
So you leave the sort of cage area where he is at. What's your plan from here?
Well, I'll say to everyone once we're out of earshot, and I'll have left last, glaring at him as well.
Yeah.
We cannot let him achieve his 8th kill. That must not happen.
We first need to find out when the opportunity actually is. Appears that been led astray when his actual fight may be.
Hey, where's that ogre gone? Maybe he knows.
Whilst you're looking for said ogre, the pit mistress that you met earlier, Eldred,
I like that.
wanders past. Do you have a chat with Susva?
Indeed,
Oh.
he's quite a specimen.
Hey, quite the rabid fucking arsehole, innit?
He's one of the best fighters we've had here in a long while.
Tell me, does this man, does he have any outside influence? Is there any sponsors looking after him, making sure he's well fed, has some entertainment and the lot.
Well, after his third victory, he started getting a bit of notoriety, as it were. Every now and then, after a match, someone will buy him a hot meal rather than the slop we feed him. But nothing, no one particular individual. It's sort of a kind benefactor here, a punter who's won a bit of gold there.
And tell me, has he, what was his condition when he joined these pits? I have worked in the pits myself, say, I guess a medic. Most of the men start off brave but foolhardy, and their condition changes as their longevity increases. This man, did he start like this, or has there been a bit of a progression in his violence mania?
He's been like this since we acquired him.
Where did you acquire him?
He was brought in as a prisoner from a Norscan raiding party, probably 3, maybe 4 months back.
And when is his fight?
This very evening.
Right,
Proper
this
prize
evening.
fight, this one. It's as you probably know, if he wins this fight, then he's earned his freedom and a coin purse from the royal coffers to boot.
Whoa, hold on. Go back a second. You're saying it's tonight.
Yeah, and she sort of looks out the door, probably 5 hours.
And who is he fighting?
Oh, he's fighting some poor sod. I can't remember what his name is. Let's be honest, lads. If you were betting people, I'd put your money on him. He's running hot. He's gonna win this fight.
Hey. I see. Well. Any bright ideas from you lot then?
One idea was find the person he's fighting and give every single buff we can to that person. Or try and do the whole mistaken identity swap places with said person with one of us.
Yeah, I'm not going in the ring with that.
No.
Hey.
Are there witch hunters in Salzenmund?
Yes, there are.
Now, hear me out. I'm sure they don't talk to each other that much. It would be good to enlist their help because they could just go in and kill him. The problem is, if I tell them that I just saw the magic on him, they might not appreciate that. So I don't know if that's a way to go.
I might be able to talk to them because I wasn't investigated by the previous witch hunter.
Could we not get the fight cancelled in some way? So that he can't actually fight, you know? Surely if we presented to the Den Father that he's got an advantage in some way, then, you know, and I'd give a couple winks.
How much would he be worth to buy?
Oh, so far here, he's definitely not for sale. His freedom is earned. He can't be bought.
But yet you possess him and make money off his fights, no? So there must be some amount that he could be bought for.
I possess him through the justice system of the state of Nordland. As a prisoner of the state and of a violent disposition as he is, all the money I make off of him goes towards his food and lodgings.
Madame, is it possible, perchance, that we could delay his fight? If not for a day at least, maybe a week.
mean, you could, but why? Why put off the inevitable? He's gonna fight eventually, and he's gonna win that fight, I would say.
Well, I mean, yes, he'll probably win the fight, but and I'm gonna look over at Hiker and just give the big, like, you know what to say here, right? Eyes. But
I will give you the wide, no, I can't talk about it here, eyes.
Look, I mean, okay, well, alright, fair point, Lars, fair point, but is it possible to delay it if I don't give a reason?
Give me let us think about this as business people. This is going to be one of the greatest fights that we've seen in an age. Like I said, there's only been 3 people to ever win their fight. Think of what you could do with a week of some publicity. Think of the numbers of tickets you could sell, the story you could spin. In this township and those around, think of the purse that would come to your pocket after a week of information being spread about the great 8th fight.
How long have you been in the city here?
Oh, a good couple of days. But I am from the north.
So, what you're saying is you've only been here for a couple of days.
Yeah.
The information about his fight has been around for about 2 weeks now. I have raked in already in advance sales more gold than I have seen in my long years running these pits.
So then why is his food and lodgings this humble cage and he eats slop if all the profits go to that?
She gives you a knowing look. And says, well, part of the justice system, isn't it?
I mean, it's what they deserve.
Exactly. He murdered the good folk of the Empire.
Of course it's what he deserves.
All those who are here for criminal acts deserve the same fate.
They do. I'm not disputing that. That's not what I take issue with.
Perhaps we should go have a chat elsewhere about this then.
I don't think we can stop the tide, but perhaps we can redirect it.
Hey, perhaps.
Spoken like a disciple of Manan.
Would I know what that is?
Yeah, Manan is the god of the seas. And being that this is a port city, very popular here.
It is a phrase I've heard in passing. Well, let us be off.
Indeed.
We will be back to watch the fight.
Very good.
Hopefully.
Would you like to pre-purchase your spots? I'll guarantee you've got seats for the event.
What would that run us?
These are great questions. So it is 2 gold crowns ahead.
Holy fucking what?
This check is loaded. I don't even have 2 crowns.
2 gold crowns ahead.
I see you really are raking in the crowns.
For a match this good.
Unfortunately, after travelling here, my expenses have made my purse rather low, and I need work before I could afford something like that.
Well, 2 gold crowns buys you the ringside seats, so as it were. If you were to sit up in the nosebleeds, I could probably do you tickets for, let's say, a couple of shillings a head.
Oh, a couple shillings is a bit more bloody reasonable.
You will probably need to get some looking glasses to be able to see what's going on down in the fight, but if I'm honest, lads, I feel like it will be a fairly quick and brutal fight.
Hey,
I will try and whisper to Wolfgang so she can't hear too much. If it is worth pooling some resources and getting you close, I'll be more than happy to lend you a gold crown. That's all I have, but I will give it to you.
Perhaps when we have corralled some resources, we will return. Ringside would be better.
Of course. Perhaps we have some friends who may want to watch as well. And we can all buy tickets together.
Very well, but just be warned, the tickets are running out pretty fast. As I said, this is the match of the century.
And it will be Sigmar's will that we do not attend if they are not available.
Well, hopefully we'll see you this evening.
Hey, indeed.
I will bow and make my way towards the exit.
Shall we do the very conspicuous shuffle as we all huddle together and be like, what the fuck do we do?
We'll do that outside,
Yeah,
like
we'll do
directly
that
outside the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck are we gonna do then, us?
Yes, I don't know.
I mean, look, possible scenarios, right? He starts fighting, we start a riot. But then he kills everyone. That's a problem. Scenario 2, we kill him, but he's ripped. Did you see him, laddie? Oh.
That will be difficult.
Is it possible to smuggle in some crossbows, perhaps? Take him out like a caged animal that he is.
There's either we try and kill him before the fight, or we kill him after the fight. The risk is that
Fight too late.
the risk is that it may be too late. Maybe he's trying to complete something, or he's just trying to win and get his freedom to then do something. I don't know.
We never did ask about the book, did we?
I don't think this Norseman would know anything about the book. But
He may be linked.
we probably should have. We probably should have asked. Yes.
I think, yeah, my concern is more that I don't think we can let him get to 8 kills.
Aye.
Because he said to me he is dedicating them to his gods. And his gods are
I
the
mean-
rune of powers, and 8 is the number that is most holy to, you know, the bloody one, the battle one, and I worry what would happen to him. What he would become if he were to kill 8 people to
You-
achieve his 8th kill.
Make very good points. The only thing is that they all dedicate their kills to their gods, but that doesn't mean that this isn't some sort of ritual as well.
Aye.
We can try and speak to the Templars of Sigmar. Perhaps they can intervene, but that would be on you, I believe.
Of course, well, I am, a member of the Silver Hammer. I'm actually, very closely related to their order myself. So
Correct me
perhaps
if I'm-
we can find someone that can listen to me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ben. I believe the Templars are the witch hunters.
Yes,
Or they're,
that is correct. The chapter house of the Templars of Sigmar they are the witch
It's
hunters.
just another name for the witch
Yes,
hunters.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know, like, if my paperwork would lend any credence to what my story or vision
Yeah.
to them or not. I have no idea.
I
Me
guess it depends on
personally.
how reasonable they are. Because the Grey Order is legit.
Yeah, but it's also like they don't really publicize what their goals are.
No.
So like no one really knows because they keep everything to themselves
Yeah.
because they don't trust anyone else.
Hmm.
So I don't know if, I mean, yeah. They probably would be okay with it as long as they don't see me like summoning shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that might be, it might be an option, like the first option, and if they tell us to fuck off, then we have to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're the one. I think they're probably the one we first have to talk to. I guess.
Yeah.
So you're looking for the witch hunters.
Yeah.
Cool. Probably the first port of call then is to go to the Temple of Sigmar, which is not too far away from where you are presently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
That name does not stick in my head. Soothfar the Aisling.
Right. So the Temple of Sigmar Protector is here. If you hadn't already worked that out. It's hard to tell from this map, but this is kind of like a gradual slope heading up this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is sort of like embedded into the side of the hill rather than being above ground. The picture
So
doesn't
it's not
really
far
do it
away from
justice.
where we are now, which is good.
So like, this over here would be mountains, and this would be like a valley in the where the river is.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically, this
Does that
is
go to the sea? Is that what that river does?
yeah. So technically, this is a lake. I know it doesn't look like
Okay.
much of one, but it is. And then yeah, this goes out to the Sea of Claws.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a rather impressive looking building. Lots of gold and iconography and whatnot. Wolfgang, as a priest of the sort of northern reaches of the Empire, you would know that this particular temple does hold a few religious relics.
Yep.
Most notable amongst them is 3 of the Emperor Mandred's toes.
Cool.
The Emperor Mandred's toes.
Yes, his toes.
Excellent.
Fair enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
Naturally.
Yeah, well.
So you make your way in there and, you know, throw in gang signs left, right and centre.
Oh yeah.
The first priest you run into makes the sign of the twin-tailed comet to you and says, "Ah, brother, where have you come to us from?"
Oh, well met, brother. I am brother Wolfgang Wigmar. I come from the Middenland, and Middenheim more specifically. My companions and I travel actually under the blessings and guidance of Shalia. However, a great concern has arisen in me. I have heard of the pit fights that happen here, and my companions and I have had the misfortune to inspect the dreaded fighter Suthvar, and I am very concerned that his impending victories are part of some kind of profane ritual and the ruinous powers. It's imperative that I speak to one of your brethren here who is from the Order of the Cleansing Flame. I myself have turned to the anvil and study more recently, but I am of the Silver Hammer urgently, and as a warrior, it is something that needs to be smitten, you know, must be smited in his name.
Indeed. This is grave tidings indeed, brother. You best come at once. I shall lead you to the Templars of Sigmar. They will be the correct people to speak to on this matter.
Excellent.
And so he leads you from the temple and leads you to here, which is the chapter house of the Templars of Sigmar.
Right.
It is a plain wooden tower.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small stable attached to the building with a couple of horses in there. And other than that, it looks fairly unremarkable.
Yep.
Once you're inside, you immediately enter an office space,
Mm-hmm.
and sat behind a desk is a witch hunter captain.
Right.
This is the gut we need on outside.
And he looks up from the report that he has been writing and says, brother, I see you have brought a fellow of ours from... He eyes you and says, from Midland, I believe, by his garb. And he peers at Hiker, what appears to be an agent of the Grey College. And then he looks at Ulrich and goes, a dwarf, I would say of the Middle Mountains, and then also a woodsman from this part of the world.
Like sort of.
I'll let the other person he's addressing speak first, I guess, which is the guy bringing us.
Yes, Witch Hunter Captain. They have disturbing news in regards to the pit fight that is happening this evening. Ah, yes. The grand fight. It's the hubbub of the masses. Everyone is speaking of it. I had intended to send one of my juniors to go and spectate to see if anything untoward occurs. Do you have more pertinent information that might lead me to go there in greater number?
I'll speak up. If you wish to see my paperwork, I'm willing to provide, but I have been gifted with what some call second sight.
And before you continue, he raises his hand and says, before you go any further, I would like to see your papers, Mamselle.
Ooh.
I will take them out.
Captain, sir. I
Of
am Brother
course.
Wolfgang Wigmar. Well, just while you're fumbling for the papers, I'm going to sort of interrupt this tension a little bit and just... Captain, sir, I am Brother Wolfgang Wigmar of the Order of the Silver Hammer. I am a warrior of Sigmar, of course, as you can tell by my garb. And yes, it has come to our attention. I am very concerned that this fight is part of a greater profane ritual. He has killed 7 out of 8. We have gone to speak with him, and he dedicates his kills to his gods. And he speaks of his freedom.
I see. 7...
As I can justify and as I can vouch, and please accept my honor, and I can vouch for the veracity and holiness of this here companion of mine, for she is also a devotee of the Lord Sigmar and the Twin-tailed Comet. And I'll bow very low and do all the gang signs and stuff after
He
saluting.
takes your license, Hiker, and
Yep.
looks at it very carefully. Says, "This appears to be in order," and hands it back to you.
I will take it. As I said, I was gifted with second sight, and I am able, at times, to see the winds of magic. And I have never seen so much Da in one person in my life.
I see.
It made me nauseous to be in proximity. I do not know what his goals are, but whatever they are, they must be stopped.
7 of 8, you said.
Indeed.
Indeed. Damage really begins.
8 is the cursed number.
One of them.
One of several, yes.
This is why I suggested we come immediately to you. While I have a license to perform magic, I do not have one to enforce laws.
He ponders this for a moment. Let me see. Did I actually? I don't believe that I got round to making up a character sheet for this guy. I think I missed that one. I'm going to make a dice roll.
Wonder what that means.
You are certain of the veracity of this? Has it been proven by others with your talent?
I do not have the capability of verifying it with others. It is unfortunately my word.
We have come straight from there to here. It's not much of a time to worry this regardless.
If I had access to my colleagues from Middenheim, perhaps I could verify my claims, but we are not from this city, and I do not have the connections to do so.
Would we swear sacred oaths on the holy relics kept here in Sigmar's temple?
I
Yes.
would gladly do
To
so.
be bound by judgment should this be found false, but I would gladly swear my life to the veracity of these claims. We have come here at once with grave concerns, Lord Captain.
Yes, I will accept that as a valid vouch. Sigmar alone will vouch for you. Brother Dwarf, I do not expect you to vouch on a holy relic of Sigmar. As you are a follower of the ancestor gods, you may make your own claims to them, but these two, the wizard and the priest, I will have them at the very least swear on a holy relic.
I would be glad to.
Be my honor.
Yeah,
Very
tell
well.
you what, as long as we get rid of him, because he's a bit of a dick, that'll be good with me, lad.
So he leads you back to the temple, and he quietly confers with one of the priests there. And after a few moments of conversation, he says, "Come with me, please. The lector has given us permission to be in the presence of the relics so that you may make your oaths." So he leads you into a sort of reliquary, and on two plinths there are two separate holy relics. The first is a chasuble, which I'm not actually sure what a chasuble is. I'm going to look it up.
Why forever not? I thought everyone knows
I
what a
thought
chasuble
everyone
is.
knew what a chasuble is. Okay, it is the outermost liturgical vestment worn by a priest.
Okay.
There
I
you are.
can't believe I typed that into Google and I actually spelled it correctly.
Amazing.
I never
wasn't
spell
going-
anything correctly.
Well, I wasn't game to us, but there's no way I'm going to find that. Like,
So there is one of them is a folded chasuble, very grand in its patterning and its its thread. So must belong to some sort of high up in the priesthood. And then on the other sort of plinth, there is 3 sets of toe bones. And the witch hunter captain turns to you both and says, and he's sort of standing in between the two of them, he says, if you would both come forth and place your hands above these holy relics.
I will go to whichever one is closest to where I'm standing. So I'm going to say it's the robes.
Sure.
Sure, I'll go to the toe bones.
Marvelous. And you must make oaths to Sigmar that what you say is true. Now,
Nice.
I might actually have... Let me grab my rulebook quickly. I think I actually have in here... Oh, look at that, I actually opened up to almost the right page. Sigmar be praised.
Nice.
Oh no, it doesn't actually have any prayers in there. That is a right shame. Yeah, no, it doesn't have any holy prayers in there. That is a real shame. I was kind of hoping it did. That's fine. What would you say as part of a prayer to or an oath of validity?
But, well, firstly, I was actually gonna kneel before and actually make a pray test.
Marvelous. Yep, sounds good.
Yeah.
Average.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the captain's name again?
He actually hasn't introduced himself to you yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Where are we going? I'm going to go for a prayer of righteousness.
Yep.
Average?
Average.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I am the hammer, I am his word in this land, I am the bearer of his blessings, I am the gauntlet about his fist, I am the bane of his foes and the woes of the treacherous, I am the end. My devotion is my shield, my faith is my hammer, my word is true, as is the light of the Lord Sigmar, and the truth of the unity of the Empire and of man.
Very nicely said.
I swear that my voice is pure and true and speaks no evil or injustice, and I invoke the righteousness of my position and my faith that we must root out and destroy this evil.
Very good. Hiker?
I swear to Sigmar that the information I have provided to the captain of the Templars of Sigmar in Salzenmund is true, or I shall be strike down where I stand, and my soul will be forever tormented.
Very good.
I'm actually going to put the blessing, so for the blessing of righteousness, the target weapon counts as magical. Technically, but I'm just going to use my extra success levels to make it kind of like as many weapons in this room as I can.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's like a range of 6 yards, so I was going to, I'm just going to make it bigger.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And as you are, the blessed after all, the I'm going to say the witch hunter's sword
Mm-hmm.
Your Warhammer,
Yep.
Ulrich's axe,
Yep.
and Lucian's pick all glow.
Yep. Yep.
The Witch Hunter captain says, Sigmar be praised, you are one of the blessed.
I have been touched by the miracles and true faith, yes.
Well, brother, well met indeed. It is a rare day that I get to meet one touched by our Lord Sigmar.
It is an honor. It is an honor to do the Lord's work.
And to have received his blessing in the form of righteous flame upon my weapon, that is this day be praised indeed.
I'm right chuffed.
Oh, well chuffed, innit?
Yeah.
Very well. I shall take you at your word. And he leads you out of the reliquary and again speaks with the lector. And after several minutes of conversation, he returns to you and says, the lector has agreed to loan me several members of the Templars of the Fiery Heart who stand watch over this temple. One of his priests is going to go and fetch my two junior witch hunters from the chapter house, and another priest has gone to the castle to report to the Duke that there is evil afoot here.
Excellent.
We shall
Please
marshal.
allow us to come and be of assistance if we may. I would like to see this foul, corrupt cultist destroyed.
I would have. It would be the greatest of honours if one of the blessed would be at my side when we purge the land of such a heretic.
Of course.
We shall stage out the front of the temple here in 3 hours.
Very
That should
well.
be more than enough time for everyone to have gathered.
Yeah, of course.
Shall just interject. We must be mindful that the fight is this evening, so for the good of the public, it would be good if this transpires before he moves, I suppose.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes, very well said.
So, you have 3 hours to kill. Is there anything you would like to do, or shall we just sort of roll the clock forward?
Up?
The only other thing I can think of doing, because we've got the temple's backing now, but I'm assuming we can't get the Den Father's backing, can we?
I
He
mean,
wouldn't have the military sway, would he?
Is it really required?
I mean the. Oh my god, my brain is just misfiring tonight. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah.
The Temple of Ulrich will certainly want to snuff out heretics as well. I mean, after all, it was the Den Father who mentioned this guy as something for you to sort of poke your nose at. So you could definitely go and speak with him, and he might be able to provide you some Knights of the White Wolf.
Yeah.
There is a chapter house in the city, so
Perhaps.
But be mindful, there is only limited floor space.
It's true.
I think it would be poor of us to not inform them in a city where Ulrich is the more dominantly worshipped god.
That is well said.
They might see it as a slight against them.
True.
indeed.
So, since I spoke to him and he gave me this lead, I was Yes, I shall go speak to him.
I think he would. I think they'd certainly appreciate that more than me going back there again.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, during your 3-hour wait, you go and speak to the Den Father. To save you having to reiterate everything we've already gone over,
Yep.
you tell him the full story. And he says, well, we best get some... If the Temple of Sigmar is going to be taking on this heretic, then he'll need some proper fighters at his back.
That is why although we went there first, because they were closer, I thought, let's send some real fighters. That's why I came here.
Well spoken indeed. Right. He calls down to one of the lower levels to one of the other Wolf brothers and says, take this here wizard across the way to the chapter house. She's got an urgent missive. So you head across the way to the chapter house, which is here. Just literally next door.
Yep.
You speak with one of the knights there, and he says, "Aye, well, we better arrange a small company to accompany you back." And he calls out a few names, and you get about 6 White Wolves and 2 Knights of the White Wolf. Who come back with you.
Okay. Cool. Everyone's gonna know my face now.
Yeah.
One random person walking with like an entourage of white wolves through the city.
Yeah.
We're talking to one prisoner.
So, unless you have anything else you want to do, should we just wind the clock forward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
That's mine.
Yep.
Alright, so you... At the end of the 3 hours, a small force has assembled out the front of the Temple of Sigmar. There's obviously yourselves, the Witch Hunter, who has at this point introduced himself to you. He goes by the name of Gustav Zeus.
Excellent.
He also has 2 other lesser witch hunters with him. There is a small group of Templars of the Fiery Heart. Probably about 6 of them. There is a detachment of soldiers from... where are they from? They're from... Nope, not that one. Oh, yeah, so she is a, sorry. It's a small detachment of City Guard.
Cool.
And then you've also got your wolves, and there is a single Black Guard of Moor who has also shown up.
Alright.
A friggin' army.
That's cool.
Yep.
What the Black Guard of Moor do?
You're not sure why
Yeah,
he's
like-
there, but he's
Okay.
there.
Alright. Cool, I
Black Guard
guess.
of
They're
what?
like the witch
More.
hunters for undead.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Cool. MORR. Yeah. Very cool.
When I was looking up what all the chapter houses were in the city, I was like, oh,
Nice.
which ones are the witch hunters?
Yeah.
I don't know. My character would know, but I have no idea.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. So once you're all assembled, the witch hunter captain looks to you and says, looks to you, Wolfgang, and says, blessed brother, would you lead the way?
Of course. And yeah, I'll lead the way, and I'm just gonna sort of like, I don't know, as I go, sort of start, chanting and walking around people and offering blessings and prayers. To all the Sigmari people. I'm not gonna go and be like rude to the others and such.
Yeah.
What if our little war party, who looks like is in charge? Like, who's the most senior, I guess?
Well, I mean, this has been organised by the witch hunter captain, so it'll be him.
Yeah, I'll go up to the witch hunter captain and just be like, I'm sure that you are aware of this. I do not mean to cause of any insult, but we must be mindful that his goal is for the 8th kill. So, our men here are very brave and good warriors, but if it's looking poorly, they need to step back.
That is noted.
Just give him a nod and
Yeah.
fall back, I
He's
guess.
his eyes are set. He's a man on a mission now. He's heard you, but you're not sure he's heard you, if you know.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, I'm gonna kill him. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So, you make your way back to the Steinhafen pits. At this point in time, it's, what, a couple of hours out from the fight? It's already starting to get people filling into the stands.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to do this in quiet, unfortunately that's not going to happen.
I mean, the
I get-
law's on our side
Yeah.
now, so it's fine.
It's not a full
That's-
house, but yeah, there's definitely
No, but like
people here.
in a riot, I'd back the small army over just the peasantry.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But then, look what happened in France.
I
War.
guess.
I mean, I suppose, he says, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Alright, so the one of the things that has happened during the 3 hours is that the witch hunter Zeus has written up a writ of condemnation and heresy.
Mhm.
And as he walks in through the main gates of the pits with you at his side, Wolfgang,
Yep.
the pit mistress looks up and goes, "Come to buy some tickets, have you, witch hunter?" And he brandishes the writ in front of her face, knowing full well that she probably can't read,
Yeah.
and says, "By the holy light of Sigmar, the protector, the blessed, we are here to put down a heretic. Step aside, pit mistress." She looks past the paper at him and then looks past him at the small army of soldiers that are behind him and sort of goes, "Well, at least I'll have tonight's takings," and just steps to one side.
Yeah.
That little dog, she's not even giving refunds to customers.
So you all enter the arena.
All right.
The arena.
Yeah.
I will be walking as far to the back as possible.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
But not so far back that people think I'm going to run away. So like maybe one in front of another.
Yeah. You'll specifically let one person go like
Yeah,
behind you. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But you pick someone who you reckon you're going to outrun.
it's more. Like, I don't want to be near any sort of mutations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've managed to find yourself a spot, and the person who is coming up the rear is the Black Guard of Moor. So,
Quite comfortable.
yeah. He's got a very large sword as well.
As he so should.
Right, so you enter the pit. There is probably, I would say, it's maybe anywhere between a fifth to a quarter full already. So a good couple of hundred people are already in the stands.
Yep.
You walk up to the cage. Goodness, a thing happened.
What?
He escaped.
I received a follow. What?
Oh yeah.
Gasp!
We made friends.
Ugh.
Gasp.
Who would have seen it coming?
Certainly
I'm
not I.
watching it right now.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Now we're here. Look out, I've got a grand total of 2 people watching this. I've had 1 person watching the entire time, which is novel.
Oh, that may have been me.
Hi to
That
that.
may have
voice.
been you.
Yourself.
God
Is it
damn
one of us?
It's all of you guys.
Not
Just
me.
watching yourselves in a weird
Right,
sort of...
look, I'm very into watching myself. is all
Yeah, I
can
thought
say.
you might be. Of all of us, I
Yeah.
figured you would be the one who
Hey,
is narcissistic enough to need to watch
Take his
himself.
own fate picks.
hey,
Yeah.
look, I take nothing back. I apologize for nothing. All I can say is, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries.
Got to get the algorithms working in my favour. Anyway,
I only just joined after that.
the witch hunter walks right up to the cage where Susvar is being held, and he brandishes the writ up at the front of the cage and says in a clear voice, Susvar, the Eastling, you are hereby condemned as a heretic, having been named so by 2 of our most holy orders, 1 of the Order of the Silver Hammer, 1 of the Grey College of Magic. Do you have anything you wish to say in your defense? And Suthvar steps forward to the front of the cage and says, I have nothing further to say to these people. I spoke with them earlier. They have their beliefs, I have my beliefs.
I wouldn't have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
So, the witch hunter says, well, as it has been said by law of the land and by the law of Sigmar himself, those here have borne witness to my pledge. I shall now perform a summary execution of the condemned.
Here we fucking go, boys.
Boys about to get it.
Sulfar says,
Yeah.
you can try.
Oh, this fucking guy.
So, the Zeus turns to some of the soldiery and says, open the cage. I will not kill a man in a cage. He must be bound. And he will be burned.
In public execution, boys?
And he turns to one of the other witch hunters and says, "Bring wood and oil." Yeah, you're welcome. So, some of the soldiers go and find the counterweight to open the gate to his cage. The witch hunter ducks out and returns a couple of minutes later with some dry wood and a small pitcher of oil.
Yep.
And the witch hunter captain says, calls out to Nath. "You there, good ogre, please provide us with a pillar or pole of some description." And Nath sort of looks at him and goes, "Alright." And
That was a big wind up.
yeah.
He had to
And
process.
he says, alright.
Yeah, he was I'd like to think that he would be doing that sort of like cogs grinding sort of face, like, what has he asked me to do?
He's processing.
Yeah. Ogre.exe has failed to load.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait for the program to respond?
Cancel. So, he disappears and he comes back with what is clearly a fence post from something. You're not sure what. Maybe one of the nearby piers. Anyway, he brings it into the center, and wood is piled around it, and oil is poured on the wood. And the guards start opening up the cage. Once the cage is fully open, Suthvar steps out into the light and says, "Well, do I have to bind my own hands, or is someone going to come and
Oh, this
clap
guy's
irons
looking
upon me?"
for big murder.
One of the witch hunters, not Captain Zeus,
Yeah.
steps forward with a pair of irons and claps them around his wrists
Yeah.
and begins to lead him to the pole where he is to be
Yeah.
burned.
Notice you said begins. Yep.
I will be drawing weapons as soon as this man claps like the chains on him.
Oh, I've had my hammer out the whole time. Like, I'm standing here armed. I haven't
I've just
taken
got
my armor
arms
off.
folded. I'm just
Yeah.
like, fucking whatever.
As
Yeah.
he approaches the pole,
Yeah.
he, in a movement so swift that you barely register it happening, he pulls his manacled hands around the head and neck of the witch hunter, and in a very swift movement, snaps his neck.
Alright. I specifically fucking told these guys not to get deaded.
Yeah.
And one job. One fucking job.
Oh,
He roars triumphantly into the sky,
Yeah. Of course.
and that roar is reciprocated from the sky.
Good.
Horn dragon. I'm fucked.
The air in front of the stake is rent, and stepping forth from some fiery pits of hell is it's not that. That's not what it is.
What's not what it is?
That's not what it is. It is not one of them.
It's not Spider-Man.
It's not a bloodletter.
I was going to say it's not a bloodthirsty demon. But
I
it
don't-
is. But it is some kind of cornate creature.
Yeah, it's a fleshhound.
Okay.
Pernicious.
And I'll get you to roll for initiative.
Ah.
Let me get my initiative tracker out.
I see he's
Are
just
we
kind
going?
of there.
Is there going to be battle map or is it mind?
We're going to do some theatre of the mind,
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
Love to see it.
because I left it to the last minute to make up a map, so...
No, it's fine.
This is what we get.
So you
Are
will
you
need
going to
to...
put tokens on? Or
Yeah,
are we
you
just
will need to
gonna
put your
roll?
tokens on for the initiative tracker to work,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
That's right.
Interesting. Hold up. Let me clear this first before we do anything. Hold up.
Never remember how to do it.
Right. Drag your token out.
Go to
Click
PCs.
on your. You can drag your name, not the picture.
That's what I thought. But my that's right. It's in the thing, isn't it? It's your character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
The character
There you
in
go.
the lid, right,
Right.
under
Oh, right
PCs.
back.
Yeah.
You click and drag your from your name.
Yeah. That's right.
I know it says Bloodletter of Corn, but it's not.
Okay. Thank you. Because Jesus Christ.
Because Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Sorry, Big Sigma.
I don't think mine's working.
What do you think? What do you mean it's not working?
Click on initiative.
No, so you need to click on your character token first,
Clicked.
and then click initiative on your character sheet. Your character token needs to still be selected. Are you doing this on the combat page?
Oh, that's what I'm fucking doing wrong.
Yeah, don't use the characteristic. You want to click on the combat one.
Makes
There we
much
go.
more sense.
There we go. Right, let's. We got everyone there. We've got everyone there. Descending. Sadly for everyone involved, Suthvar the Eastling will be going first.
Oh no.
Surprising.
Surprising
No
no
one?
one. He is going to attack.
The court know I was as far away as possible.
He is going to attack Wolfgang.
Really?
I know. Perish the thought.
Why would he do that?
Because he's got
Of
about
all
40.
He has envy.
Of all the people
Dick.
here, why would he do
Such an
that?
asshole.
Yeah. I can't imagine why he would do that.
He's gone straight for the head as well, so a good start.
Of course he
Oh.
has. Of course he has.
Target number is 70 to begin with? What the fuck? We're in the weeds, boys.
Let's hope some of these other. I mean, I brought the white wolves. They'll be able to fight.
They're
We
pretty
got a-
fucking
look-
good, actually. If I
Lads.
recall correctly.
This
I mean-
Mad Dog of Moore needs to really step up his game, that's for certain.
And that was
Protect me, Morian.
Ooh.
You've got to be kidding.
Oh,
You've
no.
got to be kidding. That's fucking ludicrous. Ugh.
Couldn't. Oh my
So
god.
I'm rolling
you say
against
that's-
5.
Would you say that's unfortunate?
I would, yeah.
Okay. Well, that is a crit.
The worst possible outcome.
Could you roll for me, please, on the crit table? A D100.
Okay. Sure.
95. Yep. Okay. you completely mess up, hitting one random ally in range using your rolled units die to determine the SL of the hit.
Alright.
6.
If
So,
that is not
5.
somehow possible, you somehow hit yourself in the face and gain a stunned condition.
Okay.
Now,
Who do I hit?
I'm going to say it's not going to be Hiker, because Hiker is strategically
definitely
said
not
that they are
Hiker.
at the back. So it's
It's
either going to be
definitely not
Lucian or Ulrich.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, this guy can't take him anywhere.
So it's Ulrich.
Oh, that's good
What are
news.
you doing on it? Oh my god.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
And then you take 13 points of damage.
To where?
No, not you. Wolfgang.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
What's he hit me with?
An axe.
Okay.
He's just
where do you get
glad
the
in
axe
this
from?
cage with
The
an axe.
corn axe just appeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And the head is it?
Head. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to use. I've got my toughness bonus.
Yep.
Plus my helmet.
Yep.
Plus my shield,
Yep.
because I'm using melee basic to defend.
Yep.
So we're at 6, so I take 3 points of damage.
Cool. Okay.
No, sorry, 5 points of damage, sorry. Because I'm wearing, it's 2 points for shield, not 4.
All right. He actually gets 2 attacks, because of course he does.
Okay.
He's going to swing his second attack at Ulrich.
I didn't take any damage from that first attack, though.
No. Oh, it depends. What was the SL? Was
It was 5.
5?
Yeah.
Toughness bonus is 5.
Marvelous.
So
You took
I
no
am
damage.
wound free.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm not liking my chances here.
This isn't ideal.
This is not ideal, but I'm gonna try and parry the boy. It's just challenging, isn't it?
It is just challenging. Yep.
Oh dear God.
Ah,
Okay.
he's gonna do so much damage.
I have no
Jesus.
fortune.
Do you have fortune?
I don't have fortune anymore because I lost my last fate, which is my only fate because I'm a dwarf. Oh.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, that is 18 points of damage.
Minus 9 because of my armor.
Cool. So 9 points of damage.
Yep. I'm down to 8. Here we go.
And he is on 2 points of advantage already. Lucian.
Fear. So much fear.
Lucian, it's your go.
Yeah. Confirm it because it's been a long time.
Yep.
Potion of weakness. Is that the one that's? What does that do? Does that stun?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It has been a long time. Let me have a quick look.
Can never find it on like the wiki.
It
of
won't
this
be
thing.
on the wiki because it's a homebrew.
Let me see if I just wrote down what it like the color, the vial shape.
So it's under your journal. There is
Oh,
one of the things. It's literally a file called homebrew rules thrown potions.
where is this? Sorry.
In your journal, it should just be a free floating piece of paper that only you can see.
Ah, homebrew rules thrown potions.
Yep. So yeah, target gains a stunned condition.
Ha! I will throw a potion of weakening at old mate.
Alright, so you will need to make a ranged throwing test, just challenging. And it's only got, it's pretty short range I think. What did I say it was?
It is 3 SP times 3. No,
Yes. Yep,
I think it's like 10 feet max.
cool, so good thing you're nearby.
Yeah.
Alright, away you go lad. Alright, it will go the maximum distance. What's your strength bonus?
Strength bonus is 3.
3, so it goes 9 feet. Right, so it will miss him, but it will hit the ground directly behind him. And everything in a 3-foot radius is impacted by it, so he certainly is. So he will gain a stunned condition. So he is stunned. Cool. Okay.
Then you can roll a challenging endurance test at the end of the round.
At the end
so
of the
that's,
round to see if he
yeah, cool.
gets past it. Yep. All right. Anything else from you?
No, I'm good.
You want to stay there in the firing line?
Or I'll maybe take a few steps back. Corral the troops, you know, get ready to throw more shit at him.
All right. Cool. Ulrich.
Fuck yeah, you bastard! Try and ask him a question.
Do it. Let me quickly just check. If he's stunned, can he still defend? You're capable of taking an action. Okay, so if you have any stun conditions, an opponent trying to strike you in melee combat gains +1 advantage before rolling the attack.
Well.
So
Okay.
yes, they can still defend themselves.
But I get a free advantage.
But you get a free advantage.
Nice.
But it is also a neg 10.
Oh, come on, lads. Alright.
No,
Was
it's,
it
so
neg-
neg 10 for him, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
To defend against that, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Alright, here we go. You gotta be fucking shitting.
You motherfucker.
Ah, that is a crit fail.
We're embarrassing ourselves in front of the highest of orders here.
Oh, my life.
Let's see if he manages to dodge this.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he's alright. It's like he's already out of the way as I begin to take my strike.
Okay.
Are you still mad from the last round, so you're just trying to hit, like, Wigmar?
Right, also roll for me please a D100, Nick. Seeing as you did roll a crit fail.
Oh, Christ.
3.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the best possible scenario.
You stub your toe. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. You catch a part of your anatomy, lose a wound, regardless of toughness bonus or armor points.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So best possible scenario for me, maybe?
Fucking.
Anyway. It's the Bloodletter of Khorne, i.e. the Fleshhound of Khorne. It's their turn. It's going to attempt to bite one of the soldiers. It does so. It successfully bites a soldier.
Also would.
Wolfgang, it is your go.
Okay. Do I pray, or do I just try and hit him? I am going to try and go for a blessing.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm going to try and go for a blessing. I'm going to try and bless myself.
Yep.
With a blessing of battle.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Literally, it could not be going worse for us right now.
It literally couldn't. Like, yeah. Cool. That's
promised
that's
to
my
come.
turn.
Alright. Hiker, you're up.
I will attempt to cast Bolt.
Sounds good. Oh, I forgot to do that. That's fine. Cool. That's fine. Yep. You succeed. It is... Wow.
8 damage.
8 damage. Very nice. Are you attacking him? I assume you are.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, well,
I'm assuming he doesn't wear armor, but if he does,
I
goes
will
through.
double check. He does technically wear armor, but it's probably just like leather crap. So it ignores that anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
With leather.
So probably needed to go.
Let's say if I wasn't 4 yards away, I moved to be within 4 yards, because that's my range. Which seems short. But I don't know what a yard is, to be honest.
So he takes that many. But he does lose his advantage, which is very important.
Yes.
Yes.
You did good.
And I gain one.
And you gain a point of advantage. It is at the bottom of the round, so he is going to make an attempt to shake off the stunned condition that he has. So it's just a
Wait
challenge,
up.
a challenging endurance test, but everything is at neg 10 because he is stunned. So it's a difficult endurance test.
Were all these mad dogs we brought with us just hanging out? Is that what we've learnt?
Look, it's a melee. Things are happening. Fights are occurring. Maybe there are more demonic incursions that are happening that you're not aware of because you're swept up in the moment.
That is true.
Alright.
That's a good shout. Yes, he failed. I
He
win.
failed, so he is still stunned.
Yes, please.
Fuck for that.
He can't act, I think, if I remember rightly. If
You
he's stunned,
can if you're stunned. I think that's it.
you're incapable of taking an action on your turn.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god. What a throw.
He cannot.
Good.
He cannot attack
Good.
you.
MVP.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
In that case, Lucian, it's your go.
I'm going to try and hit him with the pointy end.
Marvelous.
Penetrating pick.
Yep.
It's going to fail miserably, but we'll go for it.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay. Alright.
I did not win.
He is going to attempt a dodge. Oops, not that one. Going to attempt a dodge. It is difficult. He also fails.
Oh, do I win?
No, defender wins, but he doesn't get any advantage.
Could be worse, I suppose.
Rather typically, it is now Ulrich's go.
Ulrich swings.
Oh, you actually would have had +1 advantage to that, Nick. Luke, sorry. So that actually would have been.
Oh, I do win?
You would have still won, but you failed. So you feel me? You would have won, but
Yeah, so it's still... So nothing changes?
Nothing
I don't get any
changes.
advantage or anything?
you don't gain any advantage. You gain. You would have had the free advantage you would have had for attacking a stunned opponent,
Yeah,
but that's it.
because we both suck, nothing happens.
Correct.
It's the story of our lives.
It's your go, Beardo.
You think you can fucking hit me with that, do you? And I'll go in again. So because he's stunned, I get the advantage?
You do. Yep.
Huzzah. I'll hit him with my great axe. Which hopefully will actually hit him this time.
Fucking womp him.
Hiya! Oh,
Yes,
that's
one
pretty
thing
good.
will do.
That's
pretty good.
That's the good stuff. He's going to attempt to dodge.
Impressive success.
Roll a 1.
I swear, if he rolls the fucking... Oh, that's good!
That's more like it.
Alright.
Yeah,
That's what we can say.
19.
Can you
19
can you
damage.
roll for me, please, a d10? This is where you roll an 8 and it's just perfect. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I saw the bottom half and was like, no.
Yeah, 19 points of damage. Okay.
So, he also... Let me just double check. I can't remember if it's impact or hack. That's the...
So hack is for armor, I think. Impact is if you charged.
Yeah, okay. Let me double check. Tiring. So, hack... Yep, hack cuts through armor. If you hit an opponent, a damage struck armor or shield is reduced by 1 point. Yeah, impact is only by charge, so.
Yeah. So
But that's
he
2 advantage in 1 turn.
takes. He's a 19, and he can shrug. That's a lot of damage.
Like how he didn't even say how much he could shrug off. That's how much damage we did.
That's a lot of damage.
Fucking hell.
It's the Fleshhound's turn, and seeing the threat to his cornate brethren, he is going to attack Ulrich.
Oh, fucking damn it.
So he's going to spend his advantage to do a horns attack on you.
Oh. Alright. Let's try and parry
Good
him
luck,
with my
good.
big axe.
Oh, it's a crit success.
Hey.
It's a crit success. That's all
And
that
it's all
matters.
8.
It's
It's
all
all
that
8.
matters.
So corner's happy. It's all 8.
Okay, so you
corner's
successfully
happy.
block that.
Jesus Christ.
He will then also try to bite you.
Now, did I get an advantage
You
from
did.
that?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. There is technically no way I can fail unless I fail. I didn't fail.
Cool. Alright.
We're up to 4.
The steamroll is happening.
Steamroll begins.
Okay.
Ching, ching, fucking
Wolfgang.
Yeah, okay, I think... I'm gonna beseech Sigmar one more time and try and go for the fiery hammer.
Yep.
Bang bang, Sigmar's fiery hammer.
Oh, it happens.
Just happens. So hopefully next time
The bonk.
I can bonk the flesh hound or the guy or whatever one of them and fuck them up.
Alright. Hiker, it is your go.
I reload my finger gun and shoot another bolt.
At the
That lasts.
Suthva
At
or
the-
at the Fleshhound?
Yes, so far. That's so far, yeah.
Alright.
Well, I attempt to anyway.
So there you go. No. So
I will
close as well.
use my only remain. Oh wait, no, I have fortune, so to 1. I'll give that another go.
Yep.
Oh no, I will just make that a success.
Yes. So you'll bump that up to a marginal success.
Yes.
Cool. So 8 points of damage. Of which he can soak
Absorb enough.
an amount.
Or toughness amount, yeah.
Well, where did you strike him with that? You rolled an 8, 87, so a 78. That'll be in the torso. Alright. Describe, if you would, how this occurs.
Just while he's standing there with the stunned look on his face, just like a laser, like a line of black energy goes from my finger, like straight through him. Not like a bullet travels, but just like the line appears and then fades away, and
Yep.
it's just left a hole in his head.
It will be through his torso, not his head.
Oh, through his heart.
Yep.
Yeah.
He. Let me quickly just check. Yeah, he's up. He's cooked. Suthva, the Aceling, collapses.
Beautiful.
Dead as a doornail.
Oh.
There is still, however, the problem of a fleshhound running around.
Cam
Yeah.
up.
So, at the top of the round, it is now Lucian to go first.
Turn the hammer around to the smacky end, and I'll just club that dog.
Do it. You'll first need to make a cool test to approach it.
Oh no, it's one of these.
Yeah, of course.
Pretty cool, eh?
Oh no.
What am I rolling it at?
It's a challenging willpower. No, challenging cool test.
Not very cool at all. Fuck.
I still have traumatic memories of what was it, demon spiders?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Alright.
is.
I should have done the, I should have done the bravery one for everyone.
I just want it to be cool.
Okay, it's a crit fail on a cool test. That takes you straight to being broken.
Wow.
So you must. Oh, you've now gained a broken condition. I shall give you the scaredy cat symbol, which is. I'm gonna say that one. Right, you are terrified, defeated, panicked, or otherwise convinced you are going to die. On your turn, your move and action must be to run away as fast as possible until you are in a hiding place beyond the sight of the enemy.
I'm a little puss bag of all these people.
You also receive a penalty of -10 to all tests that do not involve running and hiding.
Oh my god. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go fucking lock myself in a cell.
So, run away.
Sucks. I just wanted to be a cool guy.
At least it didn't happen while you're in combat with him.
True.
That's
Yeah.
true. Because you would be probably a dead guy then.
Yep. Ulrich, it is your go.
So I'm assuming that I'd be far enough away from this beast to charge it?
Yeah, you would be. Oh, hang on, didn't it not attack you? It did attack you.
Did.
Yeah.
So
It did?
it's you're right enough next to it.
Okay, alright. So I won't get the free advantage, but I will turn
Do you
to
need to make
face
the
it.
cool? Do you need to make the cool test as well?
I
Guess I'm not
think.
approaching it.
Let me just quickly read the rules for fear. I
Yeah.
have a sneaky suspicion if you're not actually getting any closer to it.
Yeah.
I can just turn and be like, ah.
I think when it moves closer to you is
Yeah.
also when it can trigger it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may continue. So if it comes closer to you, you must pass a challenging cool test or gain a broken condition. So, I'm going to say in the heat of the battle before, whilst you were still fighting, I've already forgotten his name, Suthvald,
Yep.
Suthvar, that you didn't see him approach you until he was already on you. So we can sort of glaze over the fact that you didn't do a challenging cool test just then. As you are currently in base contact and in combat with it, you will not need to make a cool test now, but I will get you to make one at the end of the round.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna smash this puppy into the dirt then.
You may try.
Okay, I succeed. Ooh, hello. Let's roll 20 doing it. Ooh, whoa.
That's what Sluthbar said, and then I lasered him in the face. Oh, in the chest.
Roll 20's being a dick right now. Just reload it. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Oh, we've lost him.
Alright, I'm coming back. Being a weirdo. That's all.
Well, I'm just going to set the bar for you with a casual marginal failure.
Hey! That's what I like to hear.
That's what you want to
Okay.
say, yeah.
Then, bam! Look
Only
at
4
that.
success levels.
I know, but I'm now on advantage 5, so
Could you please roll for me a d10?
I'd love to do that.
A d10,
That is
not
not
a
a
d100.
D10. There we go. But a mere 3.
Shame. 15 damage?
Yes, and he loses a point of armor, assuming fleshhounds wear armor. So I just turn around and be like, oh! In just true dwarven fashion.
Okay, well let me just quickly just see what you've done there. And raise you that. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Oh, it's one of these guys!
Or don't like magic.
Oh, it's that weird, like, if it rolls an 8, 9, or 10, we can't damage a thing. Oh,
Okay, well
Jesus
he
Christ.
takes some damage then. How much did you do? Sorry? 15?
15.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so it can soak that amount. unknown. Cool. Alright, it's its turn. It's going to attempt to bite you.
But try. Rebuff him with my blade and be like, oh no, you don't, laddie! Oof. Oh, did you need me to make a cool test?
At the end of the round.
Okay.
Alright, Wolfgang. It is your turn.
Alright. Let's hope that this is okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, Sigma,
Oh,
praise.
yes.
That's some good shit.
I am so cool. I
You
just
are-
suavely moonwalk over to it.
Is he so cool that I feel cool too?
No.
Oh,
Sigma incarnate.
By proxy.
that's
I
it.
know that guy.
I know that guy.
Choo-choo, yeah.
That guy knows my name.
Okay. I am going to then attempt to smite this flesh hound.
Make it so.
Please, because I don't know what happens if I cast magic at a demon dog of corn.
Do I have advantage because there's two of us fighting it?
Yes, you do.
Grand. I will add one. Let's watch me waste this now. Exactly as I thought. There we go. Beautiful.
Do you
So
have any
good.
fortune, though?
I have no fortune. No, I spent it all killing the big orc dude. And I've not put any bait or anything on,
Alex.
so I'm out.
Alex, that should actually
Yeah.
be, I think, still a fail, but only if like a marginal fail.
Also, fortune recovers at the start of the...
Yeah, but Alex has got no fate points
It
left.
only matches your
fate.
total fate, and I have 0 fate.
Right, understood.
I also have 0
yeah,
fate.
so that should be 67, Alex, not a 50,
Why is that?
87. Because you should have gained plus 20 for your advantage for outnumbering him 2 to 1.
Oh, is it 20, not 10?
Yeah, so it's plus 20. And it didn't add in plus 10 anyway, so...
You don't get like an advantage point. You just get plus
Yeah, okay, right. I'll take the advantage off. Okay.
So you will have done... Yeah, it's still technically a fail.
It's
but
still a fail, yeah.
But not...
But it's 0 success levels fail.
0 success level fail. Yep.
I mean, it.
It will attempt to dodge. It didn't dodge.
Yeah.
Not what matters. Hiker.
I mean, magic's been going so well, and I ain't getting closer. So bolt away. Who knows what will happen?
Cool. Let's see. That is 11 points of damage. It can... Well, let's see if it ignores it first, shall we?
Yes.
It does not.
The opposite.
Pew, 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 pew.
So it just takes... Alright.
I'm like, the Ulgu magic is strong, and then I turn around and the Knight of Moor is just standing over me, casting a shadow.
Yeah, you're like, oh god. Alright.
No, Ulgu.
Yes. It is the end of the round. I will get the Ulrich to make a challenging cool test.
Mhm.
I will also get Lucian to make one as well.
Challenging cool. Come on, Ulrich. You just need to get below 49.
Am I a cool guy?
Nice.
Oh my god, what?
Well done.
What?
Okay,
Cool.
so Nick,
Yes.
you have passed your cool test,
Mhm.
but not enough.
What?
You have not passed it by enough to not be feared by this creature.
Oh
Must have
no.
like tier 2 or above.
Yeah.
So it is. You are still affected by fear.
Okay. Just-
Luke, however, you have successfully broken your broken condition. I am fairly certain that is how that works.
I think you get like.
I think you've
exhausted or
now become
fatigued or something.
fatigued.
I think you have to take that week.
Okay. Yeah. So you've removed that. That's fine. Right. So you gain 1 fatigue condition instead. So we will do that instead of that. So you are just tired from your ordeals. You are feared. It is the top of the round. Lucian, you can now approach it should you wish.
What does fatigue do?
You get -10 to all of your rolls.
Okay. I will. Am I at a distance where I can charge this piece of shit? Because I don't know how it works if I had to run my max distance, I suppose. I rolled fear out to haul ass, right? But I don't know if that counts me. Am I now too far to charge or?
Okay, if you want to charge him, you will need to pass another challenging cool test. So you
What?
remove the broken condition. That's what that last test was for. So if you want to then charge him, you'll need to pass another cool test to do so.
Yeah, y'all have got nothing else to do. Gotta get to this bad boy at some point. Come on. If I piss my pants again, I'm gonna be real sad. Me. See you boys
Okay.
in the car park, I'm out.
So you're not broken, you just cannot move any closer to him.
God damn it.
You like get your resolve back. You turn around and you're like, no. Wait,
No.
It's like, oh, that's what we're fighting. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not going near that. Yeah.
Does that just mean my turn is done?
I mean, you can move provided you move no closer to it.
Can you shoot it? Have you got a
Do you
shooty
have
boy?
a shooting weapon of some description?
A
I
shooter?
do not. Could I potentially, maybe as some flair, just do like a perception test to survey the area, see if there is any more bad boys around?
Sure, why not? Let's call it average.
Just see my own shame.
Yeah, basically.
God damn it.
Alright, Ulrich, you're up.
So I'm feared.
You are
of
feared.
this, like-
You will need to... Now, it's an extended fear test, so currently you're sitting on 1.
Yep.
So you'll need to get more success levels to beat the fear rating of the creature.
So
And-
is it I have fear 1 or fear 2?
Well, I can't tell you what the fear rating is of this creature.
Ooh,
I can only
okay.
tell you if you have passed or failed.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have fear. The
Your
rating
current-
is how hard it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's on the creature's side.
So
Alright.
you need to make another cool test if you want to
Attempt to get it.
attempt to get it. Yep.
Okay. Let's do it. Challenging still?
Still challenging.
Let's do it. I still have my advantage because I did pass, I just didn't pass enough.
I don't
That's
think
a- that's
it's
a question.
using it.
I don't think your advantage counts towards a cool test anyway, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright. Good.
Cool.
Good.
Cool.
Far from it, in fact.
Are you doing anything else in this turn?
Well, if I can't attack the boy, can I survey around to see what's happening beyond our current situation?
Sure. You can make a average perception test if you like.
Let's try it.
I will allow
Here we
it.
go.
Marvelous.
What can I say?
The crowd is in an uproar,
Oh, good.
but
Love to hear it.
other than that, it seems that there are no other fights taking place. The body of Sufvar is sort of resting in a ever-expanding pool of its own blood. the rent in reality has sealed behind the creature when it leapt out. That's about it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What the hell are all these bloody knights doing?
They're just maintaining order.
Kicking their feet up. And this guy needs to dream big. His whole goal was to like kill 8 people to bring in 1 dog.
I
Um,
guess
Small
that's
steps.
There you go.
You gotta start somewhere.
Maybe it's like if he kills 8 more people, he gets 2 dogs.
Nick,
Maybe.
Yes.
it is no longer your turn.
Uh-huh.
You lose all your advantage.
The pain is real.
The Fleshhound of Corn is going to attempt to attack you. I need you to make a cool test, please.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, you have now gained a broken condition.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh.
Oof.
Right,
Alright,
Bruce.
what happens to people attacking people who are broken?
so they all go to negative 20?
Like 10, I think you said.
No,
That's
that's the
fatigue.
fatigue. Yeah.
Pass fatigue. We've looked broken. I'm terrified. So minus 10 to all tests not involving running and hiding. Yep. Make 10. Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, it's going to attack you.
Well, I can't run and hide, so I guess I will attempt to defend myself. Oh, good God. Son of a bitch.
Alright, that is 12 points of damage.
Oh, where to?
Your right arm.
Right arm, 12. Minus 5, 6. So 6 damage. Oh, fuck. I'm on 1 HP. Oh, I hate this.
That's a big oof.
Hate this. Hate this.
Cool. Okay. Wolfgang,
Yep.
it is your turn.
Alright. So if I want to hit the boy, can I just hit him, or do I need to do a thing first?
Quickly just check the rules for fear. That is very unhelpful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to test every round, or I think once if you.
That's always
if-
my,
I
it was
think
my
if you-
quick success enough to get me in there.
I
so I
think
can-
passed
once
it,
if you pass
you-
it, you're fine. I'm just gonna double
Okay.
check it. Yes, that's correct.
No,
It's
I'm
'cause
not
it's an
changing my relationship to him, except
Yep.
hopefully removing him.
Yeah, precisely. So
Okay,
basically,
my
you are subject to
mistake.
fear until you have surpassed its fear rating.
It's
The crit was
okay.
enough for you to do that, so you can just
Perfect.
run in there and
Okay,
whack him.
good. I can just hit the boy. Okay, good.
Oh,
Am I still outnumbering at 2 to 1?
With
Technically, or not?
Nick there. Now, this is the interesting thing. Nick's broken. Would a
Yeah.
broken ally contribute to a fight, do you think?
well,
Or would he be too busy cowering in fear?
I mean, you could go either way because like he's a distraction, but he's also not a threat really.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say there's no
Sure.
advantage because he is.
Sure. No,
Yeah,
no.
I think if he wasn't
It's literally-
broken, if he was just frightened,
yeah.
I think it would count. But
Yeah.
being broken, I
It
think
literally
Broken
says
is-
if
yeah.
it's basically determined by how many characters are engaged, but if there's any doubt, the GM decides. So
Yeah.
it
No, no,
doesn't
I
make
think-
much sense for
Yeah,
a man who's
I
cowering
do,
in fear.
I do think that is very valid.
Yeah.
yeah, agreed.
Alright. Okay.
So with the power of Sigmar. Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
That's a bit better.
Look, it's not bad. If anything, it's excellent.
That's
Okay.
very
Very good.
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
very good.
18.
Because it is 18. Also, my weapon counts as magical.
Yep.
And it deals fellowship bonus damage. That's plus another 4 damage.
Yep.
And any target struck receives the ablaze and prone conditions.
Incredible. Now, before we worry about any of that, let me just quickly just roll one of these.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
It's magical damage, I will point out.
It is magical damage. I agree with you there.
Yep.
It,
So whether that makes a difference or not, I don't know.
it
Fighting a demon, I
bursts into flame,
don't. Good.
and
So it means
when
it's fire damage now, probably.
the flame goes out, because it sputters out very quickly, there is
Yeah.
nothing left but a black smear on the ground
Okay.
where it was.
Good.
I would like all of you, please, to make a
What?
challenging willpower test.
Do I have to do it at neg 10? Because I'm...
The object of your... yeah, it'll still be neg 10 anyway, because you'll no longer be broken, but you'll be fatigued.
Okay. Ruh-roh.
I'll use my last fortune to make that a success.
Sure. Very nice. And Luke? Very nice. Okay, looks like we've only got one failure, and it's Ulrich. So you are fatigued instead of...
Fatigued. Is it
That.
only level 1 fatigue?
You only have one level of fatigue, that is correct. Before I close that, what was that again? It was... Corruption. Corruption points. Ah, cool. It was a... failure. Alright. So, for the failure, 2 corruption
Yes.
points.
Right. Okay, so this gets bad.
For
Right.
the 2 marginal successes, 1 corruption point. This is what happens when you view moderate exposure to chaos.
So that's moderate exposure.
That's moderate exposure.
I would assume that sounds correct. Moderate.
I suppose.
I mean, a chaos demon like right in front of our faces.
A lesser demon, but yeah, no, that's moderate, sure, at least.
So, it's your toughness and your willpower bonus is your total, right?
I will.
For how many corruption you can have?
I will confirm that. Corrupting. Should you gain more corruption points than your willpower bonus plus your toughness bonus? Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay, then I'm fine. Yeah, we're good.
I've got 1 rank of pure soul, so mine's 8 and I'm on 6.
Oof.
I can take 9, and I'm on 6. So we're getting there.
Lucian, where are you at?
I've got no corruption.
You have 1 corruption now then.
I've passed.
Yep. You only got a marginal
Yeah,
success though, so 1 corruption point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Only one. Oh boy.
I'm just on 1.
Yep.
From I think a previous encounter.
I think it was
I'm
against
presuming
the-
the impressive success.
Yes.
that
I've also,
yeah.
I also have removed one in the past. I
True.
would be on
That's
7.
true. That is true.
I read some books, okay? I didn't know what was going to happen.
They had a face on them.
That's right.
While we're just chilling, I suppose, can I do a heal on Ulrich?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna well, actually I'm gonna go over to the
Just
the
on
body
challenging
of-
them?
Yes, challenging.
This says it's intelligence bonus plus SL, so
Yep.
hope for the best.
I'm
Fine,
going
go to
to assist the Templars in maintaining order.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the body and we need to like burn it still, I reckon.
Yes. Certainly.
Even though I mean, it's not gonna move anywhere, but yeah.
I don't know if that just
I'll-
means to heal him one.
Hit the
Um,
brakes and help you with that.
Yeah, let's do that. Wood and oil. Let's go.
Bring wood and oil.
Bring wood and oil.
Marvelous.
Like the heathen kings of old.
Alright, so you do not succeed in your heal test, that's fine. Cool. Okay, so you move the body to the stake. Oil is applied. The fire is lit. And the crowd gets to watch a heretic burn,
Yeah.
even though he was already dead.
But now he's deader.
Now he's more dead. Whilst he burns, the witch hunter captain speaks a prayer to Sigmar.
Who was decapitated? Or had their neck snapped?
It was one of the junior witch hunters.
Ah, okay. I thought it was the captain.
No, not the captain.
Ah, who cares?
Never
Just a
way.
junior.
Yep.
I would never do the actual work. Come on now.
True, true.
Yeah, so the witch hunter who was slain, his body is carried out by the Templars of the Fiery Heart to lay in repose in the Temple of Sigmar for his life lost in the line of duty. The witch hunter captain will say, 10 Hail Sigmars and
Yep.
flagellate himself, all that sort of good stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll leave it there for tonight, seeing as it is 11:30.
No, it is late.
It is quite late, and this has gone quite long.
Mm.
3.5 hours by my clock.
Oh yeah.
But we got shit done.
You did get shit done. Also, gain... Let's call it 100 experience each.
Ooh.
Dick.
It's a tasty little thing. Dealt with.
What's his name again?
Suthvar.
Suthvar, that's right. Suthvar.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That was Suthvar the Aisling.
American kid.
Get fucking destroyed, mate. I'll fucking
I just
end
did
up.
Killfleshhound and Corn Norskin. I don't need to know his name.
Oh! Classic Michael.
I threw pot and then peed pants.
That being said,
Mate, the pot was
that
like
was-
clutch though.
that was a clutch move.
like because
Oh,
without
yeah.
that, we were all.
Yeah.
He was about to
Yeah.
just pain train through.
I was about to get one bead, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Yeah,
It was-
I was dead, like, and so was Ulrich. The pain train would have started.
Oh my god, when his first roll was just anything under a 70 will do, champ, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Use everything we have.
I don't roll green in combat. Doesn't happen.
Sick.
awesome.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Alright,
Thank you.
thanks